Uh, y'all looking for me? Yeah. Y'all looking for me? Oh, here I is. Hey, here I is. Oh, here I is. What? Here I is. Yes, indeed. I'm out here. Y'all out here. We out here. And we talking about this here. So let's get into it. And we don't do it like we ride in a 225 Electrolate by Buick. I don't even know where that came from, but hey, it's here. That's all I got to say. It's here. So I'm excited. Let's do this, man. All right, let's first of all get this young music out the way here, and then we go move on to this here other business at hand, which is none other than my favorite part of the show, which is my baby's mama, my boo thing, my forever girl, my wifestress, my mistress, my side chick. Talk to us, baby.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Girl, I want to drink all of you. I like the way you make me feel too. Ooh, you tasting so good to me. I like it when you're cold on me. How you gonna get out on my mind? See you in my dreams all the time. Ooh, baby girl, you're so fine. Standing in front of me. Now sip some wine for me. Wine for me. Sip some wine for me. Wine for me. Sip some wine for me. Wine for me. Sip some wine for me, girl. No, Miss June, I am not loaded. I'm good. That's actually just I done maybe drink about that much more. So I ain't even in it yet. I ain't even in it yet. Yeah, buddy. Tiger Blue 7. That sounds like one of the skins on the Call of Duty guns. Tiger Blue. And that is one of the gun skins, ain't it? But look, I'm glad to be here. So with everything that happened yesterday, thank you to everybody that tuned in. I had a wonderful show, great stream, had some good conversations, some nice feedback, and these niggas went ham on these comments. Now, y'all know I really don't talk about the comments on here unless the shit get out of hand. So I'm going to address them comments on tonight. And I'm also going to update everybody because, as y'all know, our two favorite, most poppinest white folks right now, which is Travis and what's the other boy name? Gregory McMichael, have been arrested. And I know the choirs are singing. Niggas is ready to take to the streets and have a party. They was threatening to march on Selma, on Georgia. Martin Luther King was gonna march, and they was gonna march if they didn't lock these white boys up. Well, they did. They arrested them. So hopefully they done got the pacifier out, done put it in niggas' mouth. So we gonna see if niggas gonna still march tomorrow, which by their logic, they shouldn't, but you never know. It's hard if the weather's nice. It's hard for a nigga to pass up a good old protest. You know we loves us a protest. So we'll see if they do it or not. Me personally, what's the point in a protest? The protest does nothing. I've been saying this for years. Protests don't do shit unless you are making somebody uphold a law that's already in place. You protesting for nada. Okay? Just say it. We all hopefully have understood that or have gotten that understood, at least over here in this area. in this sector of YouTube. I don't know why people be saying that shit, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm so tired. Fuck with the mob and I got ties. Whoop whoop. That undercover shit. I'm your brother shit. But I want to give a shout out to everybody that's here right now. Let me give a shout out to the first person in the chat, which is none other than it was DJ. My man DJ Matt 121. What's happening? Then it's my brother from another mother, but like no other, Easy Eric Abrams, baby. What's up, brother? Yeah, buddy. Time for some good old fashioned logic. Yes, yes, yes. My man Johnny from New York, Milton Strahan. What's up, Mr. Milton Strahan? That is one of the that's y'all cousins, right? That's the cousin of our very own Soto Nation, Devon Stram. So salute to you, brother. Miss June Bennett, what's happening? Harold Remus. That just made me think of Uncle Remus Chicken on the west side. Only second to Harold's. But and this Harold's Remus. Ha! That's funny. Harold's Chicken, Uncle Remus Chicken. His name is Harold Remus. That's both chicken places. Yes, it is. You know us niggas, we love us some chicken. I sure do. Ain't nothing better on this earth than a fried chicken wing. Fried hard. Yes. Mm-hmm. All right, let me see who else is here. My man AB87. Once you hear the audio of the 911 call, it gives more context. I'm going to play that actually tonight, good sir. Thank you. Yes, indeed. I really don't get out because I missed this one. Don't get out because I missed this one. Where did it happen? This happened in Georgia. Georgia. You loose niggas is running wild. Oh, just another day that these niggas got gunned down. Mm-hmm. Georgia, can't you niggas set your black ass down? Because these niggas won't. That's why they getting shot down. Georgia. Hey, shit. I'm feeling good tonight, y'all. So, hey, I'm willing to have some conversation. Let's talk about this thing. Let's make some good content on tonight like we did last night. I was so happy, so pleased, and I hope that we can do the same old thing on tonight. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into this. So what I want to play is the 911 calls and talking about the arrest. So, and also, I must shout out my faithful, proud, the few, the many that come over to the United Guns of America, which is the other channel that I'm broadcasting on right now. Salute to y'all. Huggy Bachito. What up, bro? But I want to shout y'all out. G Friend 94, always faithful. That's what's up. Stacy B, hallelujah. And my man Keith Combo. That's what's up. I was kind of scared to do a stream tonight because the power had went out. We got a thunderstorm going on down here in the DFW area, and the power went out. And I was like, damn it, if the power go out, I'm gonna lose my stream. I'm gonna be mad as shit. But it hasn't, so we good. I got my UPS going. For those of you who don't know, that's uninterruptible power supply. But if the power do go out, but the cable lines don't go out, we'll still be able to stream for at least 23 minutes is what it say on there. But without further ado, let's go ahead and let's listen to this here.
Video showing the killing of Ahmaud Arbery, absolutely horrific. He says he has directed the GBI to work around the clock on this case to find truth and to bring justice.
I have no doubt in my mind that it will be fair and that Director Reynolds and this seasoned team that he has of investigators will work very quickly, but they will also be very thorough, and they will go wherever the truth takes them.
It has now been 59 days
Did y'all
since
see that
Arbery
white man?
was
That motherfucker was passionate sign
to
language.
find
What?
truth and to bring justice.
Was he like yelling when he was saying? It's like he was sign language like he tired of telling niggas this shit. The way he was sign language. Listen, look at this motherfucker.
I have no doubt in my mind that it will be fair and that Director Reynolds and this seasoned team that he has of investigators will work very quickly, but they will also be very thorough, and they will go wherever the truth takes them.
It has now been 59 days since Arbery was killed. He was on a jog during the day on February 23rd. He was chased down, shot to death by a father and son in Brunswick. Here's Caitlin Ross with more on the video and where this investigation stands.
Satilla, we're at Satilla Shores.
I don't know what street we're on. Stop, what's that? Stop.
In a frantic 911 call just released.
Now, when I heard that, I really can't make it out. I don't know if somebody else got a better version of it, send it to me. I'll play that one too. But the 911 call, it just kind of seemed a little, I don't know, it was like a little weird, but I don't know.
By the Brunswick Police Department in a frantic 911.
Where?
Because he says Scintilla. What? I don't even know what the hell Scintilla. I guess that's the area. We're at in Scintilla Shores. Right. Then he's like, the caller's like, I don't know what street we're on. Stop. Drop that. Stop. What the fuck is he telling him to drop? I don't know, but
At Satilla Shores.
oh, you know what? You're right. AB, TMZ do have that shit.
In a frantic 911 call just released by the Brunswick Police Department, a man yells for someone to stop before the line goes dead. The calls were made February 23rd before the shooting, but were only made public after the violent video showing Ahmaud Arbery being shot to death went viral this week, with many questioning why they were just hearing about his death nearly 60 days after it happened. No one was arrested and no one charged at the scene when the shooting happened February 23rd. Stacey Abrams spoke up about the case on national news.
It looks like murder. It looks like vigilante behavior that should be charged and criminalized. And it looks like the Arbery family has been dealt a very sore hand of injustice. We've been working very quietly trying to lift this story up because we wanted to be respectful of the family and recognize that there was a process moving, but the process.
Boy, that motherfucker sound like some a white Sylvester cat with the Michael straight hand gap. I see you, girl.
Recognize that there was a process moving. We've been working very quietly trying to lift this story up because we wanted to be respectful of the family and recognize that there was a process moving, but the process moved too slowly.
Governor Brian Kemp said Georgians deserve the truth about the case. Presidential candidate Joe Biden weighed in, saying it was, quote, clear Arbery was killed in cold blood. A Brunswick attorney who was representing Greg and Travis McMichael defended the father and son, though, who he says are not racist and were acting in self-defense. The GBI is now investigating the case alongside a special prosecutor after 2 district attorneys recused themselves.
And tomorrow would have been Ahmaud's 26th birthday. He was born on Mother's Day, 1994, right?
His loved ones are organizing a way to honor his life and protest his death, asking people to go outside and run or walk 2.23 miles tomorrow using the hashtag #IRunWithMaude.
Today, Governor Kemp called the video showing the killing of Ahmaud Arbery absolutely.
Boy, y'all crazy. Y'all think I don't do cardio. Y'all go, let's go out and run and walk 2.3 miles tomorrow, y'all. And say, I run with Maud. I feel you, but that's just, no. I'm sorry. I do not think that Maud would want me to do that. But damn, that's fucked up that his birthday was just days away, man. 26 years old. Jesus Christ. All right, let me play this audio of the 911 because it is on TM to the Z. Let's do this. All right, let's go here, and then I'm gonna do this here. So yeah, bam. Well, as my brother George would say, bow. There we go. All right, let's listen to this. And y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Y'all really just tell me what y'all think, because like I said, I'm kind of on the fence with this, with the call, because I did listen to this earlier. I don't know why I forgot about it, but I listened to it earlier, and I couldn't make heads or tails of it. So y'all tell me what y'all think.
Glen Brunswick Communications, Operator Smith.
Hey, I live out still stores.
Okay.
There's break-ins out here. There's a guy in the house right now. It's a house under construction.
Okay, do you have your address or that house's address?
Right at 219 or 220 Satilla Drive.
And you said someone's breaking into it right now?
No, it's all open. It's under construction. And he's running right now. There he goes right now.
Okay, what is he doing?
He's running down the street. Call for
Okay.
Back into the
Okay, that's fine. I'll get them out there. I just need to know what he was doing wrong. Was he just on the premises and not supposed to be?
Stuff on it. And he's been caught on the camera a bunch before at night. It's kind of an ongoing thing out here. The man that's building the house has got heart issues. I think he's not going to finish it. So.
Okay, that's fine. And you said it was a male in a black t-shirt?
A white t-shirt. Black guy, white t-shirt. And he's done running back into the neighborhood.
Okay, and...
Up front yard.
Hello.
911, what's the address of emergency?
I'm out here at Satilla Shores. There's a black male running down the street.
Satilla, where at Satilla Shores?
I don't know what street we're on. Stop right there! Is it? Stop! Travis!
Sir, hello, sir. Sir, where you at? Hello? Hello?
Now y'all tell me if y'all heard something that was like really, I guess, pertinent. The only thing that I got from it was just saying that they didn't prove, which is gonna help the relatives of Ahmaud's family. They said literally, well, he ain't done shit. They just trying to investigate essentially what this dude is doing. He ain't did shit. They have not seen him or witnessed him committing any crime. So it's like, I don't see what else was this doing, because we all knew that he hadn't committed a crime, at least at that moment, with the whole thing of him running down the street, jogging down the street, walking down the street, whatever he was doing, there was no evidence of him committing a crime. So the fact that they stated that too, all they're doing is just speculating. But I don't understand what the call is. There something else that I'm missing in the call? They can't prove it's him that was a burglar. Right. They couldn't prove that with or without this, because there was no crime committed. He's a liar. They would have come to his house and arrested him for these charges if he was on camera. No, there was no. They can't. They can't do that. If he's not committed a crime, if there is no evidence of a crime being committed, you can say, I saw him at such and such house. Well, do you have any evidence of that? No, but I saw him. Okay, well, that's not enough evidence for me to rob him. Was there anything taken from that house that you saw me? I don't know. Well, there's no evidence for us to arrest him. So it's like there is no evidence for that. So playing this tape or not playing the 911 tape, it doesn't say anything. I don't know. So it was like, and that's like I said, unless there's something that I'm not hearing or there's something that somebody else seeing, not adding to it or making some shit up. I'm just saying I didn't hear anything that was substantial to say, oh, well, this is why this happened. Like, I didn't hear that at all. So it's like, I didn't get it. But needless to say, it's still evidence, and it definitely, could play some role in some shape, form, or fashion. But I just didn't hear anything. Make sure y'all click the like button. I'm going to play this next video, which was quite interesting to me. Let's do this.
It's what many people have been calling for: arrests in the shooting death of a jogger in a Brunswick neighborhood. We got these mugshots of Gregory and Travis McMichael within the past 15 minutes. Late this evening, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation announced charges against Gregory and Travis McMichael for killing Ahmaud Arbery. The charges, murder and aggravated assault. The arrest came just 2 days after this video showing Arbery's killing surfaced on social media.
It started an investigation by the GBI and an outcry from people, celebrities, and political figures across the nation. Now, here is what we know about this arrest. When GBI investigators arrived at the McMichael's home around 8 o'clock, a neighbor tells me the shooter, 34-year-old Travis McMichael, was playing with his 2-year-old son in the backyard when he was put into handcuffs. His father, Gregory, a former Brunswick District Attorney investigator, was taken into custody inside the house. One of the arresting officers was consoling Travis McMichael by patting him on the back. Travis was on the verge of tears while being led away. The McMichaels were taken into custody in less than 5 minutes. News4Jax reporter Maggie Lorenz joins us live in Brunswick, in the neighborhood where this all happened. Maggie, what are you seeing there tonight?
Tarek, we just drove through the neighborhood. It's dark, it's quiet, neighbors are inside, but this is the neighborhood, Satilla Shores, where Arbery was shot and killed in broad daylight back in February. Take a look at these photos. We got these sent to us from a News4Jax viewer at the scene.
Now, oh wait, I see what you say. You saying the call was to cover up and justify the shooting they were going to commit. But see, I would almost agree with you, Milton, but they're not saying anything that would substantiate that. Because here's the thing about a citizen's arrest. Here's the thing about, you're saying that, here's something to justify this shooting, if you will. If they were trying to do that, then they would have to say some things like, this guy broke into the house. This guy has threatened us. I'm afraid for my life. This guy just did this to this person. He's hurt this person. This guy has a weapon. This guy has a gun. You have to say something that substantiates your interaction with this person, or you actually investigating this person, not just he looked like. That's what the police can do, not your ass. You can't do that. You cannot detain. You cannot stop a person, or you can stop them, but not stop them. You can't physically stop them or detain them just because they look like something. No way. If you don't have probable cause, you can't do that. Now, as a citizen, if you see them committing a crime, he hit this lady. He climbed through the window. He kicked in the door. He went in and took this out, and I know he don't live there. Then yes, that's exactly what you would see. That's exactly what you would say. Okay, now I got something here and I can proceed, and now I can make a citizen's arrest. But other than that, you can't, that's not going to substantiate anything at all. And even with the way that the heightened level of their voice, how it sounds like their voice is kind of trembling, that's not fear. Don't get that twisted. That is not fear. That's adrenaline pumping. They're hyped up. That's why he did the heavy breathing and stuff like that. That's the adrenaline pumping. That's exactly what that is. He says, wait, let me see what he said. And make sure y'all click the like button, everybody. Please click that like button. He said, okay, why did they call? I believe from just looking at what I see, I think they called in order to, as far as doing the whole neighborhood watch, neighborhood patrol thing, I believe that they called to alert the authorities as far as what they were doing. Just like, what's the dumbass in Florida? God damn it. The boy that killed, the man that killed the other boy. Not Trayvon Martin, fucking George Zimmerman. He called the police as he was following Trayvon. His intention, that's what I'm saying, even with that, with George Zimmerman, when he called the police, here's my point. Here's my thing that I'm getting at. And I know a lot of people don't want to admit this. And a lot of people don't want to acknowledge this. And this is why I got so many fucked up comments before. But I'm going to say it again because this is what I believe to be true. The intention of shooting this person was not at the forefront. Were they prepared to shoot this motherfucker? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the whole lion in the cage. I'm not going, you cannot put me or convince me to step into a lion's cage at the zoo or therefore any animal caged without no weapon. Now, you give me the proper weapon, I don't give no fuck about no lion. I don't give no fuck about no bear. I don't give no fuck about no tiger. Put me in, coach, if there's something in it for me, if I have the proper tools. In this instance, what they're doing here, I believe they were calling to alert the police because I think they didn't know what was going on. And I do think that they were prepared to shoot a motherfucker, but that was not their intention. That was not their intention. That initial, what do they call it? Modus operandi was not, I'm going to kill this nigga. I'm sick of this shit. Sick of these niggas. Sick of these niggas. Hire some help. Get rid of these niggas. That was not that intention to do that. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. If they were out and about and all of this shit happened and they saw this motherfucker, they jumped off the porch, hopped in the truck, said, let's ride and go get this motherfucker. But they did not say, we going to shoot me a motherfucking nigga today. Fuck this bullshit. It's hot. I done had 4 beers. I feel good. Or they're not thinking like that. That's not the game. But they were prepared though. And that's the thing that I was trying to stress yesterday. It's not that you carry a gun because you want to shoot a motherfucker. You need to carry a gun so that you can be prepared in case you have to shoot a motherfucker. That's my thing. That was my biggest thing as far as when I said everybody needs to carry. What's up, Eric James? My brother, long time no see. You need to be prepared for the worst just in case the worst happens. Because I guarantee you, when the shit hits the fan, especially if you carry a gun, you gonna think and have that thought of, I wish I had it. Absolutely, P-Man. All I'm doing is just giving my opinion based on the evidence that I'm seeing. I'm just giving my opinion. That's all I'm saying. But just like how everybody else is speculating, saying it was racist and they lynched this man, that's speculation as well. It's just that I'm just pointing out some key factors to show how it may not be what you thought it was. Because what everybody's thinking is that these good old boys, Bo and Luke Duke, the Dukes of Hazzard or the Dukes of Georgia, was sitting on the porch, saw this upstanding young black brother who was on his way to be the next Barack Obama, was just going for his daily 3-mile run, and they decided, we sick of these niggas running through our neighborhood and let's go get them. That's the picture that everybody's trying to paint. I get it why the parents are painting that picture, because they need it for their case, but that's the picture everybody else and the narrative everybody else is trying to run with. And I'm not on that. I'm just going by the facts of what I see, which is why I'm presenting this here. Just like how they're showing these dudes getting arrested. They not getting arrested at their home. That's the arrest that them motherfuckers made from the shooting. I guarantee you. That shit happened probably way back when they put the cuffs on them. I don't think that was them today. They just showing footage of a motherfucker getting locked the fuck up because it helps with the optics. There is a political aspect of this that is ever present and will be ever present. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So just keep that in mind. Let's continue.
Of the arrest of Gregory and Travis McMichael. They were both charged with murder and aggravated assault and were booked into the Glenn County Jail. The GBI announced the arrest the day after it began its own investigation at the request of an outside prosecutor. The McMichaels, who pursued Arbery in a pickup truck, told police they believed Arbery was a burglar. In the last 15 minutes, we just got their mugshots again. Here's another look at them from the Glenn County Sheriff's Office. And then tonight, the Georgia Attorney General...
See, it don't look like they got on the same clothes that they got arrested in, does it? Nope. Don't look that way.
Office tweeted out this response. We are grateful the Georgia Bureau of Investigation has taken quick and decisive action. This tragedy cannot be undone, but this is the first step in what I am confident will be a swift road to justice. News for Jack.
And here's the bullshit in that. And this is why I'm just saying, everybody, you got to really hear what these motherfuckers are saying, but look at what they're doing. Now, this shit happened at the end of February, pre-COVID. They didn't arrest these motherfuckers. They didn't say, hey, we prosecuting these motherfuckers. They didn't do any of that. because they said what? Well, we didn't arrest them because of COVID. So I guess if I would have went out on the streets and stabbed me 4 or 5 motherfuckers down at Times Square, some shit like that, I wouldn't have gotten arrested because of COVID. That's bullshit. They didn't arrest them dudes because they know them guys. That dude's father was an investigator for the criminal district attorney. He's plugged. He knows all the judges, all the prosecutors. They don't know him as Travis McMichael and Gregory McMichael. They know him as McMichael. That's who they call him. Or they call him Travis. Or they call him Greg. That dude and his son have been all through there. He's retired, which means he spent his career there, to the point to where 3 prosecutors have recused themselves from this particular case. And I guarantee you, there were probably 3 veterans, 3 motherfuckers that had known him for 20, 30 years probably. What does that leave? The younger guys or gals that are the prosecutors there. And whose lead do you think they follow? Whose lead do you think they're going to follow? I don't recuse myself, but that's McMichael. We've known McMichael and his family and his son for 30 years. They're good folks. Take it light on. Follow the book. Do what you got to do. But this isn't going anywhere. And those judges are thinking the same thing. It's like you living in Mayberry and you fucking Andy Griffin's son. And you get arrested for whatever. There's only so much of by the book you're going to get. It's like for some shit like this to happen, this is the perfect place for it to happen for them in their case. Yes. Exactly, left third. Just like the fuck shit Kim Fox pulled with Juicy Smollett, the French actor, as Dave Chappelle says. It's like Juicy Smollett had Michelle Obama calling motherfucking Kim Fox on his behalf. And what did they do? Let him go on. But he lied to this and he called the police. Police was out in sub-zero weather. We got 8 police officers that's on FMLA because they got frostbite. We spent over $200,000 in investigation and time and money. It's just a drop in the bucket. Pish tosh. Let the man be. That's what it is. That's what it is. Thank you, Eric. The arrest is one thing. Conviction is a whole nother ball game. Whole nother ball game.
We'll have a crew here ahead of tomorrow morning's press conference at 9 o'clock here in Brunswick. I'll have another live report coming up tonight at 11. For now, reporting live in Brunswick, I'm Maggie Loringe, Channel 4, the local station.
Had the chance to speak with Ahmaud Arbery's football coach and 2 of his best friends tonight about the arrest right after it happened. These 3 guys just happened to be together, trying to figure out the next steps for demonstrations and social media campaigns. They told me they are joyful after waiting 74 days for these arrests to finally see these men taken into custody. But they say they won't really feel like justice is served until everyone involved is held accountable.
Until they stand trial, and be punished for what they're done, this tragedy. I think that be punished for trial, and be punished for what they've done, this tragedy. I think that'll give me the joy that I do need. The satisfaction is for our family, friends, and everybody in this community. I think this tragedy, it truly, not only sparked this community, but it sparked this world in a different way.
We're a community that trusts law enforcement. We had no idea the different things that were going on. I mean,
Maria Syed said, you think if a white dude was jogging through that neighborhood, those murderers would chase him down? Do I think they would have chased him down? I'm going to say, based on the information that I have, yes, because the only reason why they actually chased him down because they knew the dude was black was based on the footage that they had saw of black people, of some black person, some young black male breaking into the homes in the neighborhood. So yes, I would. I would absolutely think that. If they saw some meth head tweaker doing the same exact thing, yes, by what they've done so far, because that was the reason why they were looking for a young black male in the first place. This ain't the 1940s or the 50s where you just looking for a nigga because you ain't got nothing to do and it's a nice warm weekend in Rosewood. This is not that. And I don't know why every person, especially just want to paint this narrative like this is the fucking old days of just riding around in pickup trucks lynching a nigga because I'm fresh out of moonshine and ain't shit else to do. This is not that. So it is what it is. Yes, somebody has died. And yes, I believe that the way that they approached this and killed this dude was wrong. But the whole purpose behind me doing this is to try to correct this from happening again. That's what I'm trying to do. And I don't feel that say, oh, well, we need to hold these white folks accountable because then they'll stop doing it. No, we need to be armed as black folks, and we need to know how to interact with people regardless of whether they got guns or they're the police or whoever the fuck they are. We need to know how to interact with motherfuckers so that we are prepared for this shit. Because if you haven't noticed, the shit ain't stopped. Because just like this happened, oh wait, she said, why are you laughing? Someone died. I'm out. Well, get the fuck out, Maria. But my point is this. While you talking about this happening, and this is so tragic, and everybody is sitting here saying that this was a straight outright lynching, let's go ahead and look up just a fun fact here. I'm going to Google just a fun fact, just so I can keep this shit in check for all of you concerned motherfucking citizens, because now I'm getting a little pissed off with that shit. Let's put this in perspective. Let's just put this in perspective. How many people died? I'm sorry. That's not what I want to put on. How many people were shot in Chicago last month? Since we really want to look at this and we really want to talk the talk and be concerned citizens like we are now all of a sudden, let's do that. Let's look at that. 1 day ago, shootings, two shot, one fatal. Tuesday, May 6th. Who the fuck saw that on the news? Who's actually campaigning and standing up and marching and walking for those two niggas right there? 2 shot, 1 dead. Oh, ain't nobody worried about that. Ain't nobody worried about that. And during the quarantine, thank you, King Jin. Motherfuckers supposed to be in the house, but what do we do? Like they said in Jurassic Park, nature will find a way. Loose niggas will find a way. And here you go. How about that? Chicago weekend shootings. 5 dead, 28 wounded in citywide gun violence. That's April 20th. That's not even a month ago. Where the fuck was all of the people standing up for those people? 5 dead, 28 wounded. So yes, I can sit here and laugh and make jokes and make cracks because that's not my point of this. My point of this is not to talk about Ahmaud Arbery dying. My point is talking about how and why he died and how to prevent it. Because just like Ahmaud died, I don't give a fuck if it's by 2 white guys or 20 white guys. You got 28 dead and 28 wounded and 5 dead in Chicago 3 weeks ago. So yeah, Maria Syed, get the fuck out. Because how dare you try to care about this one guy and his 5 other guys that was just dead. And ain't nobody said shit about that. And we talking about one city. Ain't no motherfuckers on the news. Ain't no active investigations. Ain't nobody being arrested. Ain't nobody calling for the arrest of the people who did it. Ain't no niggas saying shit. When a nigga shoot another nigga, don't nobody give a fuck. A white person shoot a nigga, oh, it's the worst thing in the world. They're lynching us every single day. Just like that bullshit LeBron said. Man can't even go jogging no more. Motherfucker, you don't know if he was jogging or running to the goddamn liquor store. It don't fucking matter. Fact is, the dude is dead. Just like those other 5 that died on the 20th of April. So miss me with that bullshit and get the fuck out of my face on the internet.
DA ran unopposed for 24 years. Nobody ran against her. We are a community that trusts law enforcement. And obviously what we're finding out now with the interim chief, Jay Wiggins, he's going to have to regain the trust of our community.
These 3 young men say they want everyone held accountable from top to bottom, including responding officers with the Glenn County Police Department. The officer who told Ahmaud Arbery's mother her son was shot in the yard while committing a burglary by the homeowner, which was a lie. All of those involved in the DA's office in Waycross and Ware County, those 3 young men say this was a cover-up.
Even after the arrest, the News4Jax team is asking the questions many people are asking us.
We found out why the Waycross State Attorney's Office recommended not prosecuting Gregory, McMichael, and Travis. And we also found out who shot the cell phone video and released it. Here's how investigators got to this point. After viewing this cell phone video, the autopsy reports, and witness statements from this deadly confrontation, Waycross District...
Hey, and also, we got about another maybe 3 minutes of this, but I put the link in the chat, and it's actually in the description box. For anybody that want to hit the StreamYards and come in and give your opinion and give your point of view. And after that, I'm going to go over the comments. So y'all let me know if y'all want to. Just hit the link and I'll bring you in as I can, and we'll talk about it.
Attorney George Barnhill says he didn't see grounds for an arrest based on the following. In a letter to a Glenn County captain, he writes, Greg McMichael, his son Travis, and Brian Williams appear to be in hot pursuit of a burglary suspect with solid first-hand probable cause in their neighborhood.
And that's bullshit right there. How could you have solid first-hand probable cause and there's no crime that's been committed? Do you hear the shit that's being said? And that's my thing about it being 2 sides to this. That it seems like both sides are spinning their web. They're trying to paint a narrative. That's why I wasn't even mad at him when the parents of Ahmaud said that he was jogging, because you don't want to say he was running, because when you hear the word running, what do you think? Running from what? Why was he running? What was he running from? No, he wasn't running. You should say he's jogging. Get out in front of this and keep saying it so it's a part of the narrative. Because whether if he was running or jogging, the fact that there was no crime committed then gave you no probable cause. You just saw a young black man because of what you have seen before and you profiled him. And shit went way left. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
And telling him to stop. He goes on to write, it appears their intent was to stop and hold this criminal suspect until law enforcement arrived. He said it was within the scope of a citizen's arrest, but a Brunswick criminal defense attorney says that is not his interpretation of the citizen's arrest law or the facts.
But what's critical about Georgia's law, although you are allowed to detain someone as a citizen if you think they've committed a crime, you cannot use excessive force. So even if there was a crime committed and he was trying to hold on to Mr. Arbery to wait for the police, you cannot then escalate it, as I think happened in this case.
And this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. Because what his point that he's trying to make if it wasn't no video, he would have a point. But you clearly see in the video Ahmaud do what? What do you see Ahmaud do? These two dudes are trying to stop this guy. These two dudes are trying to question this guy with the intent of making a citizen's arrest. And what do you see Ahmaud do? Thank you, Jerome. Charge at a man with a gun. And that's why I said what I said yesterday as to why he shouldn't have even stopped and talked to them, because he didn't have a gun. And number two, he's not going to beat two guys with a gun. And the fact that he went and grabbed that dude's gun, all that dude is going to say is that I was trying to talk to him and trying to question him. His lawyers are telling him that now. Just say you wanted to talk to him. Just say you had your shotgun with you, which was totally legal to have your shotgun, and you were just trying to question him because he looked like a suspicious, he looked like a suspect that you guys have been seeing that have been breaking into houses. So they have probable cause as to why they wanted to question him, but they did not have probable cause to stop him or detain him or to shoot him until he grabbed that fucking gun. Once he grabbed that gun, all bets were off. And that's when stand your ground comes into play. That's when self-defense comes into play. That's when I was scared. I didn't know what he was going to do. I didn't think that he would try to grab and take my gun from me. So I thought he was going to kill me with it. So I figured I would have to defend myself and kill him before he kills me. And you know what the problem with that is? Even those saying, but that ain't what looked like it happened in the video. When you got not one, but two people testifying against that, testifying to that same story, ain't nobody else there to contest it. Because then that's my other point. The only person who can tell Ahmaud's story is a video, not Ahmaud. Ahmaud it would have been perfect for Ahmaud to tell the story. They can say that Ahmaud grabbed that gun and said, I'm gonna kill you, you white cracker motherfucker. Don't point no gun at me. Don't pull no gun on me. Fuck you. That scared me. You only got two people on one side telling the story. Just like when I talk about self-defense and keeping a gun in the house and having a gun in your home, and if you ever have to use it, everybody will tell you not to, but I always say you kill that person because you want to be the only one telling the story. Because can't nobody talk against your story if ain't nobody there to talk against your story. If it ain't no bad guy to say, no, ain't what he said, he lying. It makes your case all the more believable because there's nobody else's case to be heard. All Ahmaud has working for him right now is a video. To me, one of the most curious points of several stand your ground defenses is where does my ground end and another person's ground begins. So here's the thing with most stand your ground laws are like this. Stand your ground means simply, I do not have to retreat. Like the castle doctrine. The castle doctrine is I can do whatever the fuck I want to do to protect my castle. I am the king of my castle. This is my land. I get to do whatever the fuck I need to do to protect my land. That's the castle doctrine. The stand your ground doctrine means I don't have to retreat. I can respond with force to protect myself as long as I can say I felt that I was being threatened or my life was in danger or whatever the case may be. Just like that dude that got killed at the gas station when the black dude came and pushed that motherfucker down and the dude fell down and then the dude got up, the dude pulled his gun and then shot the motherfucker. Now, I believe they found him guilty. But stand your ground. I don't have to retreat. That's the whole thing. They don't have to retreat. So it's not about saying, well, you got this area and I got this area. It's about saying, I don't have to retreat under any circumstances. Now, in some states that don't have stand your ground, what the law is for them, you must retreat until you have no other options. Can you use deadly force? And that, in my opinion, is bullshit, because you're basically giving whoever is possibly threatening your livelihood or threatening great bodily harm done to you, you're giving them every fucking option until they actually about to stab your ass before you can respond. You got to run. You got to try to get away. You got to try to leave the area or the scene before you can use your weapon. Anything aside from that, nope, that's your ass.
We also now know who shot this cell phone video of the deadly confrontation. According to Arbery's attorney, Lee Merritt, a man named William Roddy Bryan filmed the shooting of Arbery. Lawyers say Bryan told police he chased Arbery, who he and McMichael suspected was a burglar. Bryan's attorneys leaked the video, hoping that it would substantiate the McMichael's claim of self-defense. But instead, the video has created more questions about why no one was ever detained.
I don't think this is a good self-defense case for Mr. McMichael. No.
So now we know who this guy is. Just so you can play it one more again.
I think this is a good self-defense case.
Bryan told police he chased Arbery, who he and McMichael suspected was a burglar.
So they all know each other. So they suspected that this guy was a burglar, and they're like, okay, this guy, we think he's a burglar, so let's go and let's try to question him. And that's why he filmed the shit. There it is.
Bryan's attorney.
Now you got 3 motherfuckers corroborating the same story. It's going to be a hard one, y'all.
Attorneys leaked the video, hoping that it would substantiate the McMichael's claim of self-defense. But instead, the video has created more questions about why no one was ever detained.
I don't think this is a good self-defense case for Mr. McMichael. Number one, you see Arbery running down the street. He is not approaching the McMichaels. He's not threatening them. He doesn't present any sort of threat whatsoever. They are chasing him. And
that's what he's saying, but that's not what that video is showing. Until that point, and had he not grabbed that fucking gun, he would have been 1,000% correct. But the fact that he did,
then at the point,
it opens up the door. It opens up a can of worms, man. It opens up a can of worms because he grabbed that gun.
Where Travis McMichael has the gun and is pointing it at Arbery, it is totally reasonable and justified for Mr. Arbery to try to defend himself. So I don't think that Travis McMichael can say I was acting in self-defense when it appears from the video that he was the aggressor in the situation.
The Glynn County Commission plans to release information soon on the Glynn County Police Department's involvement in the aftermath of the shooting death of Ahmaud Arbery and subsequent decisions made by police and county personnel. Yesterday, Brunswick Mayor, members of the NAACP, and local judges in the area called for the firing of the Glynn County Police Chief John Powell, who was the county's top cop at the time. News of the arrest tonight spread quickly on social media as well.
And Joy Purdy joins us now. Joy, you've been looking online to see what people are saying.
Yes, Mary Tarek, this story of the arrests has blown up on Twitter. It seems to be just traveling like wildfire. And so many people who have commented on the News for Jack's Facebook page are calling for not just an investigation into the father and son now charged in Ahmaud Arbery's death. They also want to see the original DA and prosecutor investigated for the way the case was initially handled. So here are just some of the comments we pulled from our Facebook page. Heather Hackley, for example, writes, "It took too long, and it's only because of all social media publicity that it has finally happened. But I pray his family will now get the justice they deserve." Keith Waugh writes, "Remember, innocent till proven guilty. I'm not judging till the truth comes out. And for everyone that does, y'all just as bad as those two for judging." And Rachel Atterbury says, hoping justice will be served. This will never replace what this family is missing, but these men need to be held accountable. Now, as you know, there have been public comments on Twitter by...
Oh, that's them. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Lawmakers and celebrities like basketball star LeBron James,
at the end. It's
singer
like
Justin Timberlake, also former Vice President Joe Biden and Senator Chuck Schumer from New York. Well, tonight, no comments yet from any of them. Tarek, Mary?
Joy, thank you.
Well, despite tonight's arrest, the GBI says the investigation into the death of Ahmaud Arbery is ongoing, and they are asking...
I was about to say, like, what in the fuck is that? All right, so... anybody else want to hit the link, you can go ahead and do that. But right now, I'm going to bring in Mr. Huggy Pacino himself. Hold on one second. Let me turn this on. And I'm going to put this up here. And hold up. Make sure I got that right. Because last time I screwed it up. There we go. And unmute. All right, go ahead, Brother Huggy. What's happening, Captain?
What's good with you, Brian, bro?
Nothing much, man. Go ahead and talk to me.
Man, this is kind of like 50-50 when you look at the video. You know, you can't be 100% on this. You can't. You just, nobody with an intelligent mind can look at that video and say, oh, this is 100%, murder. Like, we don't know. We don't. Like, what happened prior to the guy pulling up with the video?
Yep.
You know what I mean? You got to question that. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's two guys. It's one that, but he's fighting back. We don't know the intent. We don't know if he knows these guys. And then let's just get into the real issue here. We're in Georgia.
Yep.
You should have a weapon. You should be carrying. I mean... This is one of the states that it's just like Texas. Like, yo, you can have a gun, like many guns as you want. I don't understand how it's 2020 and we're not practicing our Second Amendment in states that are allowed. I don't walk out my door. I don't walk my dog. I don't go nowhere without my gun. And I'm in Tennessee.
Exactly.
So, my rights is here. I'm gonna practice my rights.
Yep. When I take my trash out, I got my file on it. I do.
Real talk. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
Yeah, and I wanna preach. I'm gonna get personal though. I'm moving to Massachusetts, right?
Okay.
But I ain't got there yet, and I ain't getting there until I get my right to carry. And it's a process. You got to get your certificate. You got to get a police department to approve it. And so then you got to get your state license because they're not going to let you have one without your state license. So I got to transfer over. Listen, I'm not stepping foot in no apartment, no townhome, no house. I ain't signing no lease till I get my right to carry in that state.
Yep.
And if I do not get my right to carry in that state, I will not be living there.
There you go. And my thing is this, it's like, the bad part about this, because and in the comments I kind of saw what people were saying, what they were saying, but I'm gonna address it like this. Number one, you have to acknowledge where you at and what's going on around you. Everybody and their mama got this thing about how black folks are being done wrong, how the police killing us, white folks is killing us, neighbors is killing us, we can't jog. That should give you all the more reason to be armed. The other part to that too is that yes, it may be sometimes uncomfortable. Yes, sometimes it may be a little difficult to have your gun. It's harder to carry. You got to change your wardrobe a little bit. But when it comes to your life being on the line, when it comes to you surviving an interaction or not, if you know you America's most wanted with the Ice Cube, America, you America's most wanted, then you should be even more prepared to deal with that. We've been talking about this for too long. Plain and simple. We've been going back and forth about this too damn long for us not to be prepared. That's why I said yesterday, if you are a grown adult living in this country and you are not exercising your Second Amendment right and carrying a firearm with you, what do you expect? The devil, the evil white man, the white supremacists, all of the racists that all y'all talk about, if you know they out there, why aren't you preparing and defending yourself against all these evil chips that are stacked against you? Why not? As opposed to waiting for something to happen, then for you to go to your social media and be like, see how they do us? See how they still doing us? See why we can't do this? Why? Because you ain't standing up for your own self. We more quicker to shoot and kill each other than we are to kill and shoot a motherfucker that is possibly threatening our lives.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like when you look at the situation where he was in, where he was living at, like, yeah, I know. This is keep it real. A lot of black people get around these white people and they think they safe just because of that. You can't get comfortable just because. That's probably why he probably wasn't walking around with a gun. Cause I'm around white people and it's a nice little county, nice little area. Nah, man, listen. I was in Carrollton at GA. It was a situation where I'm at a friend's birthday party and I parked on the other side of the street. There was so many people parked. This lady across the street who never seen my car parked in front of our house called the police. The police had just so happened showed up and I'm coming out. I got my son with me too. But I didn't panic. I sat right there in the middle of the street. I did not move. And I knew I got a gun on my hip. You know what I'm saying? You can't see it, but it's like under my shirt. But I'm like, tell my son, hey, don't move. Stay right there. Don't go to the car. We're going to wait till he get out the car. And he going to approach us because he got to ask questions because this lady was talking to me. You know what I mean? So you got to play that smart too because I'm not from around here. And I know this is a white area. You know what I'm saying? Obviously. You know what I'm saying? So you got to play it smart. I ain't finna be talking loud, going off on a lady. Like, why you call the police? I told her, I understand you doing the right thing because I would do the same thing.
It's exactly. And just like I just saw this common sense, this lady put in, she put in the comment, she says, like modern day lynching by them red boys, y'all. If that's where we at, if that's what's going on, why ain't we prepared for these red boys? Why ain't we prepared for these cops? Why ain't we prepared for all of these people that's out to get us? I don't understand why we ain't prepared yet. How long does it take? How much has to happen? How many dead? How many of us got? Let me play by y'all logic. Let me go by y'all logic. How many of us got to be lynched before all of us start carrying guns? Ask yourself that. How many of us got to be shot dead before we start getting our CPLs and our CCWs?
Bro, let's just keep it real. A lot of black people are anti-gun anyway.
Yep.
We don't want to admit that.
Yep. And you look at the black folks that's living in the hood. All you niggas that's living in the hood that watch these little young niggas go up and down your blocks every single day, shooting and killing each other. Y'all don't do shit about them. Y'all won't say shit about them. Y'all won't even shoot back at them. And they your clear and present danger. But the minute some white boy shoot another black dude down in buttfuck Indiana or Tupelo, Mississippi, now we all in an uproar and everybody's social media got remember this person. Rest in peace to this person. I stand with Mod. I jog with Mod. I run for Mod. Now we doing all of this. Just like when Trayvon Martin got shot. Everybody put on hoodies and took selfies. How the fuck is that helping him or his family or the next Trayvon Martin?
They made Mars a lot of money. They made Mars a lot of money by buying Skittles.
Yeah, it's like when somebody gets killed, all we want to do is get some teddy bears, some candles, and some flowers, put it where he got killed at or she got killed at. Most of the time it's he. And then we get a bunch of fucking airbrush shirts and talk about RIP. We hope that the news will show up and our local preacher. We do a balloon release, and that's it. That's all niggas do. How does that help that person and that person's family, and how does it prevent the next one from happening?
So here we
That's
are
true.
again.
Hold
How do we
on.
prevent this from happening again?
She said that's true. They won't allow us to prepare. They're coming up with new laws to not let us buy a gun legally. No, you know who the they is? That they are your state senators, that they are your local mayors, that they are your house reps, that they are your congressmen. That's who's coming up with these laws. The motherfuckers that's standing up in y'all church pulpits every election year, and y'all vote for them because the preacher tell y'all to. That's who fucking y'all over.
Man, my people up there where I'm trying to move to, bro, they just opened up the gun shops yesterday.
Yeah, see what I mean?
And they not supposed to be open, and they trying to fight to close them back.
You see what I mean? You see what happened in Canada? Canada closed down for COVID.
Taking us all right,
Trudeau literally said on the first, ain't no more AR-15s, y'all. And ain't nobody said shit. Like, what? What you mean? Ain't no more AR? No. And the ones you got 2 years to get rid of them. Or we come to lock your ass up and we gonna take them.
Real talk.
That's what the problem is. Those are the people that you need to be worried about. Common sense. You saying that it's they. The they is y'all who ain't voting. You know, one of the reasons why I will never live in Illinois again, because they got fucked up gun laws. You know why I'll never live in California? Because they got fucked up gun laws. You know why I'll never go live in New York? They got fucked up gun laws. You notice the trend here? All of these states that got fucked up gun laws are your Democratic states. They are your liberal ran states. It's a fact. And you know what else goes along with those fucked up gun laws? A bunch of high-ass crime and a pile of dead niggas. Because criminals don't follow fucking laws. That's why when people try to say, hey, thanks to white supremacy for the donation, brother, in the super chat. He said, hey, Brian, I've been blocked.
What up, Dwight?
I think somebody didn't read my comment right. The fuck? I got you, brother. But it's like, that's my thing. It's like, man, how I use on this channel. No, you ain't blocked, bro. You good. Yeah, you all good, bro. Matter of fact, I'm going to throw a little something your way just in case so you won't get blocked. But that's just my thing. It's like all of these areas where people talk about we need safer schools, we need safer neighborhoods. No, y'all motherfuckers need to start telling on these niggas that y'all see fucking up y'all neighborhoods. And if you ain't going to tell on these niggas, you need to go and get these niggas. Because just like y'all want to go march and protest, if they didn't arrest the McMichael guys, y'all should have been literally just standing outside with y'all Facebook lives on, filming y'all dope dealers in y'all neighborhood, filming the gangbangers in y'all neighborhood, saying, look at what they doing. But you know why? You don't? Because you motherfuckers are scared. And because you're scared, you're hoping and praying that somebody else do it for you. That's the problem. Go ahead with your last thought, bro.
Man, like I said, when you talk about these states like Illinois, Cali, man, like if you in one of these states that you allowed to carry, man, everybody needs to start carrying. Get your license, man. My sister just got hers about 6 years ago, and she's 47.
Boom.
And she got more than one gun now. You know, she was scared of guns.
Ain't never too late, man.
Ain't never too late.
And I'm gonna be honest. Chicago was so fucked up. I was carrying a gun illegally for years. I had me a Beretta 92 FS. Sweet. Got stolen by somebody who I thought was a dear friend, but it is what it is. But I was carrying for years illegally. You know why? Because I was willing to go and fuck up my record and go to jail than to get caught without it. Because when I got caught without it, I had like a 15-year-old little nigga robbing me with a bullshit ass 38 shaking like this, talking about, give me your chain.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do shit but give him my chain and hope and pray that this motherfucker don't squeeze off a round, because he was standing literally right in front of me. I sat there, I put my hands up, and all I could do was pray. Father God, in the name of Jesus, please, Lord, let us. That's all I could do.
And the worst shooter,
feeling that I had from that day on, I said, fuck this. Wasn't no Chicago police there. Wasn't no Chicago, wasn't no CPD there to save my motherfucking ass. Then when we saw them, literally a minute, less than 60 seconds after they robbed us and was going the other way, We saw the police coming, flagged them down, and said, hey, those guys just robbed us. You know what the police did? They drove right past them motherfuckers and kept on going.
Man.
I said, lesson learned, motherfuckers.
The way shooting was scared with too, man. Because he would have shot you.
And that was back in like 98. I ain't been caught without no gun since. At a barbecue, in a backyard, on a boat, at a castle, in a shower, in the driveway, at the church, at the grocery store. I got my fire on me.
And people told me Chicago was way worse in the 90s.
Terrible, bro. It was terrible.
Compared to now, like it's way worse in the 90s.
Terrible. All that shit that popped off in from 1993 on up for them like 4-5 years. All them niggas was the niggas that I grew up with that made that gave the name Wild Hunteds to the Wild Hunteds.
Real talk.
All them niggas, I swear to God, Wild Hunteds was made in my hood by the niggas that I grew up with, went to school with. These were the niggas that made the Wild Hunteds wild.
Yeah, because people don't understand all them laws and everything these guys coming with, man. These niggas today, like, fuck that. They don't care. They like, buddy. Fuck Hoover. They like, fuck Jeff Ford. They don't care about none of that.
Man, because them niggas was locked up. It was a free fall. You know? But, well, thank you, brother. I appreciate you checking in, man. And, man, you take care of yourself, Doc. Yes, sir.
Hey, you too, bro.
Peace.
Easy.
All right, next I'm going to bring in Dana Robertson. Go ahead.
Brian, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
Can you hear me, Brian? Oh, thank goodness. I don't know. Maybe, I'm sure most black people are going to think I should sit down and shut up because I'm white and I have no say-so in it. When issues like this happen, it's usually the white people are supposed to shut up and keep their mouth shut and not have any opinion.
Well, you got one here. Go ahead, man. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, my biggest question is, what kind of man runs at a guy with pointing a gun at him?
I don't know, man.
That's stupidity. That's stupidity number one. Me, if they pull a gun on me, I'm finding a tree. I'm finding a brick wall. I'm finding anything I can hide behind. You're not going to point a gun at me and not have me try to get away from it. That's survival 101.
And you know what? That is that's hood 101. As soon as you see a gun, if you ain't got a gun, you run away from the gun. You hear a motherfucker about to go and get a gun, you flee from the gun. You see somebody pop a trunk. You see somebody go in their car, hit a glove box. You gone. Yep. You don't wait around and you don't say, oh, I'm going to charge that dude going in his truck. Let me go get him. You don't do it.
And I'm wondering if I also heard that this guy's been caught doing strange things in the same neighborhood before, which may be the reason these guys were following him. I heard this on another prominent YouTuber's show. Somebody called in and who lived in the area and said this guy's background was not the shiniest, but he had done stuff in the same neighborhood before, like maybe breaking. I'm not positive. I don't want to accuse the man falsely.
Right. And here's the thing with that. Even if you say that he was, let's say he has a record a mile long. The fact of the matter is, if he's out, he's a free man. If you have not witnessed him doing any crime, you are not a law enforcement officer. You ain't got no jurisdiction or nothing. He could have been Nino Brown and been the biggest dope dealer in town. If you thought he was doing something, that's just that. Your thoughts. If you have no evidence, you can't do nothing. So that wouldn't, even if he did have a record, it wouldn't justify what they did. Because what they did was they really was swimming outside their lane once they decided to get out their cars with their guns and stop and talk to this dude or try to question this dude and wasn't prepared for what he was going to do.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, because it's like, and even if that was me in that case, I'm going to be thinking, well, what if this motherfucker don't stop? What am I gonna do? What are you gonna do if this dude don't stop? If anything, you would want to follow him to see where he live, to see where he going. Tell the police, hey, look, I'm following a guy who looks like a suspect and I need some assistance, whatever the case may be. Because once you step out that car with your gun, had that been me jogging, even though I don't do cardio, had that been me jogging, I would have had my gun on me. And the minute them motherfuckers would have tried to stop me, I would have went here. Like, who the fuck are y'all? We're the neighborhood. I don't give a fuck. You don't stop me. You ain't my motherfucking boss, and you ain't my daddy. Motherfucker, if you don't back the fuck. Well, we've been having some crimes. That ain't got shit to do with me. Back the fuck up. Or
white people are crazy though. We see somebody commit a crime, we will follow you. There's been many times we see you do some shit ass stuff. We will get in our car. We will follow your car. Call the cops on while we're doing it. He's on 7th. He's on 7th Avenue. He's turning right on Howard Drive. We do that. We wanted these people caught. Now we'll do that kind of crazy stuff.
He said we want these people caught.
That's it. You run into a car, especially car crashes. You hit somebody running a red light and keep going. Oh, God help you. You got 5 white people behind you trying to find you and get your tag number. We're giving you a description to the cops. That's just the way we are. We stitches don't get stitches. No. We give medals in our neighborhood. Hell yeah. They'll buy us barbecue later.
He said we don't believe in stitches get stitches. We give out medals for that shit.
That's right.
We give the neighborhood medal of honor to Dana. He followed the guy for 8 miles in the neighborhood.
That's right. I'm in a wheelchair. I see you do some shit. I'm going to be pushing that wheelchair. Goddamn, you are not getting away from this. No, 911. I'm in my wheelchair behind him. You better come get this son of a bitch. You better. We're crazy like that. Gun or no gun.
Facts.
And it's backfired. Some white people have gotten killed for being that stupid of chasing other people. But we can't help ourselves. We won't tolerate this.
You like a moth to the flame.
That's it. We just ain't gonna tolerate this kind of behavior now.
We gotta go through it. We can't not let it go.
Nope. Because we don't want it to happen to us.
Right. Oh man, I get it, man. I absolutely.
If the black neighborhoods had that kind of attitude toward drug dealers,
yes.
Lord have mercy, how much would it help? Would the standard of living go up in these neighborhoods if they just dog these SOBs? I had gangbangers living under me in an apartment every night. They pull some shit. I was on that phone. And I call out my balcony and I say, I'm calling the cops, you son of a bitch. 911, they won't stop. They got a runaway child in here. I did it. And I said, I'm the one who called. They knew who called. They couldn't stand me. They had to leave within a month because I was up their butt. You got to do it that way. You can't live in fear. They want you to fear them because in fear you will shut up and you let them get away whatever they want. You got to be loud and proud and be the one that just that irritation. Oh my God, it's that SOB again. And I got to go. We got to go. There's quieter crack neighborhoods in this.
Let's go to a real crack neighborhood. Get the fuck out of here.
That's it.
Downstairs. Keep calling the fucking cops.
We'll be getting videos. We'll go outside. We'll videotape the neighbor. There was 15 people going to this drug house in the last hour. Officer, what are you going to do about this? What you going to do about this? They got more traffic than Walmart. What are you going to do about this? You know I'm right. I'd probably be killed if I moved into an all black. I'd probably be killed in a week. The stuff I would pull. But by God, I would be doing it. I'd be doing it. And they would know everybody to be a suspect because I called the cops on them.
Oh my God, boy, I tell you, man. Dana, you have made my night. I literally don't give a shit about what else happens tonight. You have made my night, man. Thank you so much. Go ahead and give me your final thought, man, before I go to the next person. Oh, man. Oh, did I lose him? Oh, that's all right, man. I appreciate you, boy. I tell you. Whoo, Lord. Shout out to my man, Dana Robinson, man. Please feel free to call in again. He said, officer, what are you going to do about this? It's 15 people have been in the past. How they got more traffic than Walmart, officer? Yo, Strictly Skills. Go ahead, brother. Talk to me.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, good sir. Mic is yours, man. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. What's up, man? It's Strick, man. You know me. But anyway,
Yes,
I just wanted to, I stay like maybe 20 minutes from where that happened at. That happened back in February. We've been hearing about it. I think it came across the news as just something simple. You know what I'm saying? Until the video dropped. And I see a lot of people in the comments. This is my first time joining your show, and I know I understand this your platform. You do whatever you want to do. A lot of people write. Some people got mixed feelings. Some people, whatever the case may be.
Strick. Let me say this, and for those of you who don't know, I know Strick from Call of Duty. We play online games and shit together. So, but here's my thing about my platform. I am a person that believes in you can say anything you want to say and say it the way you want to say it. My only
I get it. I get it.
I'm just all about challenging things with just facts and ideas. Just
Yeah. This man number with mad respect.
Yeah, say it. Call it. You want to call it, man.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just reading a lot of the comments. And I posted a few comments, and we only going off of a video, and we only going off with the news. What really happened. You never really know. Right. Because those guys that they locked up, they got their story, and Ahmad got his story, which he's gone. A lot of people saying, well, why would you run up on a gun? You don't know what you would do if you was in that situation. You don't know what happened because the video didn't capture the first part of the first gunshot. You don't know if they walked up on him, grabbed him, he started fighting back, or he swung at him and they started fighting back, and then they came into the video, but I don't know, man. It could be another, like me and my wife was talking about it, man. It could be another George Zimmerman case. Yeah. This dude been a DA for 30 years, and he's down. He been in law enforcement and all this right here. Right. But we don't know. We just hoping, like I heard you say earlier, it's this justice, even though they got him locked up now, it gives a little bit of hope for his family, So when people saying, well, what fool runs at a gun? You don't know why he ran at that gun because you don't see that on video. Only thing you see, you heard a shot, pow, then you see him fighting, and then pow, then you see him fighting again. He trying to, and then boom, and then that's when he fell on his face. He shot that guy 3 times from what I read. One hit him in the hand.
3 shots, and I think maybe 1 or 2 of them hit him. That last
one,
I was like in the chest area. I think that was the fatal one.
Yeah.
From what I could see.
And I read something earlier, it was like the first shot hit him in his hand, in the palm of his hand. Okay. And then the second shot, they say hit him in his ribs. But the third shot, you can see the third shot was, in the upper body. Yeah. And he fell on his face. Yeah. But, you don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. We only assuming, we all assuming, and I get it. We trying to hope the best, but I don't know, bro. It's sad. I stay here, man. I'm in Georgia. Yeah. I exercise my Second Amendment. I tote my shit with me everywhere I go, not to hurt nobody, but just for protection. Right. Because you never know when you're in a situation like that. I had a mother pass me the other day on I-95, man, and I'm not racist by no long shot. Motherfucker passed me and showed me his weapon. I showed him my shit. Right. I don't know, because I probably was bullshitting with my phone or swerving in the lane, doing some
I'm
bullshit.
not sure about the laws on where you at, but a lot of people don't understand. You brandishing your weapon, that's number one, that's against the law. Number two, that's probable cause for a motherfucker to defend themselves, because you showing somebody your gun, that's not legal. In most areas, that's not legal. You pulling out your firearm means that there is somebody, you or yourself, is in great bodily harm. Somebody's about to lose their life or get seriously injured. So it's like people need to really be mindful about that type of shit to see what's going on. Like when those guys got out the car holding their gun and having their gun, where they're at, that could be the law, but there are some states where you can't even pull your shit out unless you about to get busy. So it's like there has to be a lot of different, there's so many different caveats to this and so many different facets to how this looked. That's exactly why he should have ran, so that he could tell his story. Because no matter what we say, no matter how many times we...
But I don't really think he could have ran, bro, because they sped up in front of him and cut him off. And if he would have kept running, I guess they probably would have tried to follow him, because I heard he stayed a block over.
Here's where he could have ran. He could have ran before he got up to the car. He could have ran once he took off to the right of the truck. He could have ran through the yards, not running past the car, because you can't outrun no goddamn truck. But him running through a yard, cutting to the left, hitting the bushes, running by a tree, he could have done all of that. There was ample time for him to do that. He could have ran off of that road literally to get away. He could have done that. There was space and opportunity for him to do that. Those guys, when you
But we want to see some of them homes with some kind of surveillance, more surveillance. I know some homes got cameras on them. You can't do shit in this world today without being on the camera. You know,
and even in the camera footage that they show him, he runs at least a good 20 yards before he gets to that vehicle. From what that dude is showing that's filming it, their other buddy that's filming it, and him getting up to that's at least 20 yards. Easy. 20 yards is a lot of space for you to dip off one way or the other. Especially once you see one of the guys get out, has a shotgun, and you have no gun. No gun never saves anybody. That's all I was saying. Because at this point, once he gets to grabbing that shotgun, all bets are off, and now it's a threat and a fight for both of y'all lives. And you outnumbered already.
Well, he was gonna get killed anyway, because his dad jumped out the back of the pickup with a handgun.
And it don't look like his dad fired a shot. It don't.
I don't think he did.
Fired a single shot. Don't know if he did or not, but the way that it looked as though he never even took a shot. So he should have, like I said,
he was too scared.
When you outgun, be scared, be fearful, all of that. To any young guy that's watching this, any old guy that's watching this, if you don't have a gun and you not willing to take somebody else's life, when a gun gets drawn or gets shown, get the fuck out of there. Leave. Go. Vamonos. Arrivederci. It is time for you to leave, because now you are at a severe disadvantage. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, you're right. But, you know, like a lot of people, you don't know what you would have done in that situation when, you know, heat of the moment, adrenaline. You know, it's just hard to say, man. But, you know, I'm just looking at the cover-ups that they're doing. As far as one guy said, well, I got him on my surveillance camera. I got, you know, we had a lot of burglars in the neighborhood. Then they pull the records. They had one burglary in 6 months reported. Okay. Then one guy said, well, the same guy said, well, yeah, I had somebody on my camera and I'm missing $2,500 of fishing equipment. Did you report it? No, you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Now you're trying to cover up the fact. You know, is it against the law to look in a house that's under construction? Shit, I did that 100 times before I bought this house. You know, that's not a crime. And it's not a crime. You know, it's okay. I get it. Georgia saying, you know, the Georgia law speaks is, you know, you can hold somebody that you know that's committed a crime, not suspect, but know that they have committed a crime.
Go ahead.
Okay, but that don't give you the right to kill them.
Right. Go ahead with your last thought.
So, but it's not. I don't really have a last thought, man. I'm just in here, reading and chopping it up with you, man. Great show. Like I told you the other day, man. This is my first time finding out you had a channel,
I'm
man.
glad you did,
and,
bro. I really do appreciate you, man. You coming through and checking me out, man. It means a lot, dog.
Yeah, and I subscribed and shit, so I get the notifications now. I hit the little bell. I forgot to hit the little bell, but now I get it. But, man, great show, man. Much love, man. Y'all stay safe out there, man, and keep doing what you do, man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Peace. All right, let me bring in this next person. But before I do that, hold on 1 second, debater on issues. Hang on 1 second. Let me address. I want to address in my feelings today. So you put up there Aubrey good riddance.
Nigga, because you did. Yeah, I'm pretending I'm a white dude supporting him.
Hold on. You put up there Aubrey good riddance. Then you put wish more white men would do the same as, I guess you're talking about McMichael, but your ass didn't spell it right. Let me explain something to you. This is exactly why niggas need to carry guns. Because not only did he feel like that was appropriate to put in there, not only did he feel like that was the cool thing to put in there, it's niggas like that or white guys like that, or whoever the fuck asshole like that is, that's who you need to be prepared for. Because a motherfucker who would type some shit like that, he don't give a fuck about Aubrey, and he damn sure don't give a fuck about you. So while y'all are trying to expect and hope that the justice system make people like that do the right thing, make people like that get their justice when they do the wrong thing and they go to jail, that's your system right there. That's your system. Motherfucker, I don't even know you. What the fuck you talking about? I'm on your team. I know he is. I'm not on your team. I'm not on nobody's team unless you on the team of fucking right. That's the team I'm on. That's the team I'm on. And like at the end of the day, you talking about a life that's being lost, it's never a good riddance because his life is just as important as the other 5 people who lost their life back on April 20th in Chicago. Those 5 motherfuckers dead too. So what is it? Good riddance with them too? No, fuck that. You went too motherfucking far. You gonna sit there and you gonna think, hold on, let me see what he writing. Let me see what the fuck he writing. You need to click the link too, motherfucker, and come in and say what you really gonna say. Say it to our face. Say it to my face. Because that shit you put in there was some bullshit. Now, I can talk about what's going on. I can even make jokes about what's going on, but I'm not going to say good riddance to a motherfucker. I don't even know why he's dead. I just know that he's dead. You don't know what the fuck he was doing. You don't know what the fuck he did. And if he broke in one house or if he broke in 30, he didn't kill a motherfucker, so he don't deserve to die, asshole. And that's all I have to say about that. All right, let me get back to you, sir. My apologies for having to do that, but I had to do what I need to do. Go ahead and give me your thoughts, man.
Yeah, can I speak to you from brother to brother, or do I gotta watch how I speak to you because you're gonna clown me in front of these people who donate to you? Can I speak to you?
Okay, hold on.
No, suck a dick, you coward ass, coon ass nigga. Shut up, bro. Shut up. Go back to selling. You are a sellout.
First of all, nigga, with your heat lamps from McDonald's. First of all, with your heat lamps from McDonald's ass nigga, wearing that motherfucking old ass do-rag ass nigga, got your teeth all up in the motherfucking camera ass nigga, got your goofy ass with an old ass jersey on ass nigga, with that old ass painting that you done got off of 87th and Stony Island ass nigga. Nigga, don't you come on my shit talking shit to me, nigga, and I didn't even say nothing disrespectful to you at all, nigga. So we can keep doing this all motherfucking night, but I actually got real people that's on that got lives that want to
I
actually
know.
say something, nigga. So I'm gonna let you keep doing what you doing while
I
you
know
moving
it's
your
a waste
hands like you doing the
time. I know
Dougie ass
I sell
nigga.
drugs.
Go
I'm a
ahead and get you some real motherfucking lights
I
ass
know I
nigga.
sell drugs.
Go
I'm
and
a
unplug your mama or your sister ass
I know
lights
I
ass
do
nigga. All right,
watermelon.
nigga.
I get it. I know I'm a watermelon lover. I get it. I know I'm a nigger. First of all, I'm a conservative Donald Trump supporter. 3, tour combat veteran. But I know
I
your
don't
skin.
give a fuck what the fuck you did. You don't come on my show talking crazy to me, motherfucker. Who the fuck you think you
will be
are?
exposed tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Tomorrow you will be exposed. All these videos been recorded yesterday and today. I know I'm a thug. I got a wave cap on, even though I'm a Rastafarian. I get it, brother. You gotta sell your sketch. I know when I get off, all them black people on your show, you made fun of that black dude. So what can you take a break and show some compassion? I know the jokes you're gonna do because you don't talk about the.
Look here, man. Let me give you some advice. Let me give you some advice. The first thing you want to do when you want to get a point across is you speak when you give the opportunity to speak. When you come on and you start talking shit on somebody else's platform that you don't know, you don't get heard, just like you're not getting heard now. You are literally talking and you're not getting heard, and you think that because you're clicking the button on your laptop that you're actually getting somewhere or your phone, but you're not. None of your thoughts are getting out. Nothing that you're saying is being heard, sir. You made your move too soon, like the old blues song goes. Next time, what you do is speak first before you start trying to tell a motherfucker what you're gonna do and how you're gonna do it.
This is a project to me.
This time, as they said in Boomerang, Arrivederci, Sayonara, Ciao Bella. Wata. There you go. Jesus Christ. And he got Das Boot. Okay. Now, moving on to the next caller. Ashley, go ahead.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, great. So first off, I kind of came late to the show, but I can clearly see what we're talking about. I just want to say, I don't care if he could have ran in the yard, turned around, ran in the bushes, ran through the woods. It do not matter. He had the right to keep on running the same way he was going. Those people did not have the right to get out their car, come around, and pull that gun out like he did. Period. That's what happened. And when he seen the gun, he got scared. So he grabbed it. The guy shot him. The father was on the truck, and he definitely did try to shoot that man. The father at least shot twice, from what I seen. Now I don't know if I'm blind or whatever, but I could have sworn that the father pulled his gun out and he definitely tried to shoot it, or did shoot it.
Right. Well, I would say this.
Now, what I will agree to is that we do need to protect ourselves. Not only Black men, but Black trans women, because I'm trans myself and I have a gun. It's very important to protect yourself because at the end of the day, people, they're not going to think when they have a gun. You know what I'm saying? They're going to pull out their gun and they're going to do what they have to do. They're not going to worry about nothing else. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to think about that and deal with the consequences after the fact. You know?
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. So, do you believe that their intention from what you saw in the video, do you believe that it was their intention to actually shoot this dude down? That's what they wanted to do?
Yes.
Okay. Why do you think they wanted to do that?
Well, I feel as though they wanted to do that because from what I was reading, that there was, issues going on in the neighborhood and things like that as far as people breaking in. However, they didn't even have a real description of the person. It's always a Black man. It's always 6 foot tall. He's always masculine. He's always aggressive. It's always the same things when it comes to describe these Black men that's in these neighborhoods doing these things. Like, where is the real concrete proof?
Right. Okay.
That's what I want to know.
So
where is the proof that this is him?
So with that being said, do you think that they would have shot any Black dude that would have been walking in the neighborhood?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So now my question is this: since you said that, how come if they said that this has been going on for a few months, how come? Because I know that ain't the first black dude in that area.
Because
how come
probably
they haven't
because
shot anybody
it
before?
seems like everybody was just trying to pit all of this shit out, pit this other shit off on him. I mean, it doesn't seem like anybody can come out and concrete say like, oh, it was this black guy or it was this black guy. It seems like people are just saying, oh, it's this black guy because he's the one that's running around in the area all the time, or this is the one that they see in the area all the time. So what, that makes him guilty because he's the one that runs around all the time and all the shit is happening?
Right.
No.
I agree with you on that point, but what I'm asking is, how come they haven't shot and killed any other black men in that area?
And what I just said was they didn't shoot any other black men in that area because they kept pitting shit off on this one black guy in particular.
But that's the thing though. They didn't know that particular guy. They said that guy, just from what they were saying.
From what the guy that just got off the line before me, he's not the guy that was going off, but the guy before that, he clearly said that they were saying that there was a black man, this man that got shot was running around doing this, doing that. It's like everybody want to pull out people's shit when they get shot. Like, I don't care if he did breaking and entering 5 years ago. What does him breaking and entering 5 years ago have to do with him doing anything?
That's fine, but wait. They didn't say that it was specifically him. They said it was a black male, which is why they were after that black male. Because when they called the police, they never said who this guy was. They just said that they have just seen they've seen guys around that area before doing that, which is why they were trying to
doesn't
question.
matter. That's always the issue in the white communities. It don't matter. It don't matter. That man could have been whitewashed. He could have been walking. He could have been running and just as white as those motherfuckers, and just as whatever as them. And they, it's just it just does not make no sense. We need to wake up. We need to wake up. We need to protect ourselves.
I got one more question then. If their intention was to shoot him, like you said, then why would they wait until he got up to the car when they clearly saw him coming ahead of that time? Why would they wait to shoot him until he grabbed his gun? How come they just wouldn't just shoot him right then and there if that was their intention?
Honestly speaking, I don't really know. However, I feel as though because the son was driving or whatever, I feel as though he probably would have been the one to do the shooting. So therefore, because he was driving, he probably...
Well, no, he wasn't driving at that time. He actually got out of the car.
No. I'm talking about beforehand, because you said, well, why didn't they shoot him before? And I'm saying, well, maybe because the son was driving and maybe they drove down the street, because the video shows that
you're right.
car was driving down the street.
You're right with that, because they drove past him.
Exactly. And then they
got
stopped.
out and was waiting.
Exactly. So why the fuck did they have to get out their car? Why did they have to get out your car? They could have stopped right there at where he was at. Like, oh, excuse me, sir. We heard there was been some breaking around here. This and the third. You felt the description. This and the third. That's it. They didn't have to get the fuck out the car and do none of that.
But they could have shot him before he
even got up to the car. White people need to stop seeing black people, black skin as a threat. It's not. We're not a threat to nobody. We fucking living in this world and living in these neighborhoods, paying our rent, our mortgage, and our kids to the best schools like everybody else. Like, it just has to stop. Black people, black skin, everybody is not a gangster. Everybody's not out here trying to rob. Everybody's not out here trying to kill.
Did you just say that? Okay, so in the black community, in the black neighborhoods, in the black hoods.
I'm talking about in the white areas.
Oh, so the black people that live in the white areas, you saying that those black people don't commit crimes?
No. Crimes are committed all over the place.
Oh, okay.
Crime is committed all over the place.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
What I'm trying to say is these people in those white areas that have black neighbors, they need to understand that black does not mean dangerous. Black does not mean, oh, I steal. Black does not mean, oh, I'm uneducated. Black does not mean all these things that I feel as though are put on us just for being black. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, these white people don't really understand. And like the father, for example, he was a prosecutor, whatever the fuck he was. Like,
well, here's my thing. Here's my thing with that. Why I disagree with what you're saying, because are all snakes poisonous?
No.
But do most people assume that they are?
A dumbass.
Do most people? Nope, that's not what I asked. I said, do most people assume that snakes are poisonous?
No.
Okay. All right. Now we was
I
actually
don't
getting,
assume.
we
I
was
don't
actually
think
getting
that,
somewhere
though.
until that's not reality.
Well,
Most
you
people,
asked me that, and I don't really feel as though that's true because if I go outside and I see a green little snake in my backyard,
that's you.
I'm not gonna-
Nope. Stop. That's you. I said in general, do most people, not you or not you and your friend or not you and somebody else that you know.
Okay,
in
well,
general,
yes.
most
Okay,
people
yes.
think that snakes
Yes.
are poisonous. Okay,
Yes.
so with that being said, if most people think that snakes are poisonous, then you already are predisposed to have a certain level of fear of snakes because you are always thinking that most snakes are poisonous. Now, there are several different breeds of snakes that are not, but in general, most of them are.
So that means I'm just gonna go out there.
Nope. I know what you're about to say. Just let me finish. So most people think that in general, most black people commit the crimes. Statistically speaking, the 13% of us, more so the 7% of black men, we commit 50% of the crimes. So not only is that in general, it's actually quite presumptive to assume that most crimes that are committed are that 50% of them are committed by black males. So with that being said, it would be.
But let's look at the white people.
It would be an appropriate. Wait, just let me finish. Wait, let me finish. We can't. Nobody can hear us when we both talking at the same time. So with that being said, it would be presumptuous to say that most of the time when crimes are being committed, that they are being done by black people.
No.
So you would then. I'm just giving you facts.
But it's like, come on. I'm not just gonna go out there killing snakes because I feel as though it's okay. But I'm not just gonna get out there and be like, oh fuck, look at that green snake. That must be poisonous. Bow. This must got venom. Bow. I'm not gonna do that.
If you just would have let me finish, I would have said. So even though that's not an absolute truth that all black people are committing crimes, you would be well within your rights to assume that most do. Not all.
You're trying to say that they had the right to assume that this man was the one just because he was black running through the neighborhood, that they should assume that he's dangerous. They should assume that he's the one. They should assume all this. Like, no, they assuming all this shit and it's wrong. What if it's not the boy though? What if that's not him?
Let me ask you this. Does 1 + 1 equal 2?
What you think?
Yes, I do. So if you telling me, if I can statistically prove to you that 50% of crimes that are committed are done by black folks, if 50%, you're going to say you don't care, but what I'm telling you is the fact. So you're trying to say what people should do and how people should feel. That has nothing to do with the fact of the matter of what it is. The fact is 50% of the crimes that's committed are done by black people. So I would be stupid to assume that half of the people that's committing crimes aren't black.
So just because it says 50% of the black people commit the crimes, does that mean that it's acceptable to do what they did?
Or it's not about what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. It's about what's actual and what's factual. If it's actually happening and I see the facts to prove it, why wouldn't I assume that?
This is a dead conversation because at the end of the day, we all know what you're about.
Well, if the conversation is dead, then let it die.
I just wanted to.
All righty. Jesus Christ. I don't understand how somebody just won't acknowledge the fact of the matter. We're not talking about your feelings and what you think this should be and how it should be. It's clear and present facts. That's all it is. And one more thing. There are no chicks with dicks. It's only guys with tits. Fact. Jesus Christ, man, let me tell y'all something, man, before I go to my next caller. I'm trying to really have a conversation. If you just want to talk shit and say what you want to say and that's it, and can't nobody else get no word in edgewise, we can't have a conversation and you can't acknowledge facts, do me a favor and just get the fuck off my StreamYard right now. I'm not trying to tell you got to think like I think. And I'm not trying to tell you, you got to believe what I believe. But I am going to tell you that if your ass can't acknowledge a fact, then there's no point in us having a conversation. Telling you that right now. It's no point in us having a conversation if you cannot acknowledge a fact. So get that through your thick skulls. Get that through whatever you want to say. I'm okay with you saying it. But all I'm telling you is this. If I show you a fact, acknowledge it. Because otherwise, we're literally just talking shit. And I can do that by myself. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. Say what you want to say. And I was giving that dude plenty of leeway to say whatever it is he had to say. I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't agree with it, but I didn't have a problem with it. But if I'm telling you, here's the fact. Out of 100 people, 50 of them are this. The other 50 are possibly that. Well, that don't matter. It should just be this because I feel. Wait a minute. I'm not even trying to tell you not to acknowledge your feelings. All I'm showing you and hoping that you would do is just acknowledge the fact. It is what it is. I'm a black man. I don't go out and commit crimes, but I do know and understand that a lot of people may assume that I do because half of us are doing the fucking crimes. That's all. Go ahead, Stacy.
Hey, what's up, man? That motherfucker was already out of pocket on here showing us his motherfucking man titties with them big ass hands.
And I was trying not to, I was really trying not to be the bad guy and like bad because everybody, man, is trying to live their life and be the best version of themselves. I'm okay with that. But I'm not going, and that's why I just shrunk the picture down because it's like I didn't know what the fuck he was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said let me just shrink the picture. Yeah, let me just shrink the picture and let me try to have the conversation, which is what I tried to do. I really did. But it is what it is. He got off in his feelings. It was once you get to the point where you can't reason or you can't acknowledge facts or logic, then I need to put my hands up and I'm gone. I'm done. But go ahead, man.
Yeah, man. It's 2 points I wanted to get to that I've been hearing everybody talk about. You know what I mean? One of the points was why he couldn't just run through one of the neighbors' house, one of the neighbors' yards. You know what I mean? First of all, we don't really know the topography of that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And on a second tip, it was a fucking truck behind him following him. He don't know if that motherfucker had a shotgun too, a gun, what they was gonna do to him. So this nigga sandwiched in. You know what I'm saying? He got a car in front of him. He got a car in back of him. You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
That's some crazy shit. Exactly. That's some crazy shit. Okay, and to the second point, everybody keeps saying why he run towards the gun, all of that shit, right? You a police officer, right? Or an ex-cop, right?
I've been a police officer, yes.
They say what? Motherfucker within 21 feet of some shit could cover.
Rule. Yes, sir. The 21
okay, by the time he got to the front of that car, what? The motherfucker was about what? 6 feet away?
Yep. Less than that.
He covered enough ground to grab that fucking shotgun and get into a struggle with that fucking man without getting shot.
Yep.
By the time, okay, he's running up to the left side. Boom. He on the driver's side. He see dude hop out with the shotgun. He boom, back around to the right. By the time he get to that front of that fucking bumper, it's fight or flight at that time. Get shot in the fucking back with the shotgun, get kidnapped, or take your chances and grab that fucking gun, which he was successful at doing. That's what nobody's saying. He was fucking successful at grabbing that fucking gun. The first time, he just lost the fucking struggle.
Yeah, just about to say that. He was successful at putting his hands on the gun. The problem with putting your hands on the gun is once you're struggling for the gun, the position he was in, even though he had his hands on it, he was still on the business end of it. If I grab your gun, we could both have our hands on it, but if I'm on the business end, I'm still losing. And that's why, even though he grabbed it, all the dude needed to do was either create space or leverage that gun to where he can get it in front of him and pull the trigger because he was on the business end of it.
And that's what that last
gun out his hand, he's losing.
That's what that last shot did. You know what I mean? I didn't slow that shit down in slow motion and everything. You could clearly see the white dude yank the gun back. Soon as it lined up with the chest, he pulled that fucking trigger. He pulled that trigger. As soon as he lined it up, boom, and just walked away.
Instantly.
And just walked away. Now another thing that I want to know. Was it a fucking automatic shotgun or was it a pump shotgun?
It looked like it was a pump shotgun. I don't think it was a semi-automatic because the shots came out so slow. So
okay,
like
and
the shot it wasn't. If it was a semi-automatic, he could have just been pulling the trigger. But I don't know because I couldn't really see it. I just knew it was a shotgun, so I couldn't really see it to verify that. But the point is, it's like he was in a situation that he could not win. That's all, and that's my whole point to this. When you're in a situation where you can't win, that's just like if a dude walk up behind you and put a gun up to your head like this. You in a no-win situation. So it's like that person that got the gun at your head, you are literally at that person's will. You under that person's authority because anything else that you do, you are risking your life. Whether I talk crazy to you, whether I try to turn around and hit you, whether I try to take off and run, I am at that dude's mercy right now when he does this because I'm in a defenseless position. I can't defend myself with this.
Yeah, that's at the back of your head. But in his circumstance, you know, he's running, adrenaline's going. You know what I'm saying? At that split moment in time when he's in front of that car, it was either grab that fucking gun or get your ass shot in the back potentially. You know what I'm saying? So
it's not, because just like I said before, and nobody has been able to dispute this, especially in the hood. If somebody pulls out a gun, do you run towards them or do you run away from them?
Man, I had guns pulled on me a couple times, man, from niggas, you know what I mean? From some white folks, and every time, man, you seen the bottom of my fucking shoes.
So every time somebody pulled a gun on you, you wrestled the gun out of their hand?
Oh, hell fucking no. You seen the bottom of my goddamn shoes.
There you go. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm trying to say.
But look though, if the motherfucker start chasing me down and corner me or got me into a position where I think I wasn't, where I couldn't run no more, you know what I mean? It's totally like, different. You know what I mean? An animal instinct, man. You
totally
cornered,
different.
Man.
That
shit is subjective.
A cornered animal will fight. You are 1000% correct. In this instance, he was not cornered. He had ample space on the sides to run, and he did.
But that shit is subjective, I think, to every person, though. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Yeah, every person ain't gonna do the same thing.
He had
you know what I mean? You gonna roll the dice, and everybody ain't gonna hit motherfucking 7 on the first roll. You know what I'm saying?
He had a choice, and he crapped out. You are correct.
Yeah, that motherfucker show crapped out.
He crapped out, and all I'm saying is, it's like this. There are certain things that you can condition your mind to do. So when you are put in that situation, just like when you're in school, you have what they call fire drills. From the time you're in kindergarten all the way up through high school, you have fire drills. And what do you do in those fire drills? You pretend like there's a fire and you know what to do when there's a fire. You get in your groups, you walk out the building, you stand and wait to be counted with your teacher or whatever. You do that, and they do that just for the purpose of, if there ever is one, everybody don't run crazy or everybody don't run toward the fire, everybody don't do something stupid. You practice that. If that was my son, I would teach my son, you never argue with a drawn gun. Somebody pulls a gun on you, you put your hands up. If you can run, you run. But if you can't, you put your hands up, son. If they gonna kill you anyway, if you feel like you trapped and they gonna kill you, then you fight to the death. But if you can get away, the first thing you do is get away. Even as a police officer, when they tell us about being in a shooting, the first thing they teach us, get cover. They don't tell us to shoot first. When you see somebody, you shoot first. If you're in a shootout, the first thing you should do, if you can, is get cover. because there's so many unknowns. I don't know how many people shooting. I don't know exactly who else is shooting. All I know is I hear gunshots. I need to take cover first. Assess the
Yeah.
situation, scan. Then if I see a threat, I engage those threats accordingly based on the ones that are closest to me and work my way out. Now, will it always go that picture perfect? No. But because I've had that training, that's going to be my first mind. I hear bang, bang, I'm pulling my gun and I'm getting low. That's training. Same thing with him. And that's what I said before, a lot of young guys have not been trained and haven't been taught. I was cleaning my daddy's gun when I was fucking 9, 10 years old. There are some people who don't pick up their first gun until they 19 or 20 years old. So there's a difference as far as education and familiarity and all that stuff that takes place. It still doesn't negate the fact that you can't learn what to do in a certain situation. Because if I didn't start elementary school until I got in the 6th grade, I'm still going to be exposed to fire drills. So whether if I was there in the 1st grade or if I got there in 6th grade, I'm still exposed to a fire drill. Just like a run if you got a gun pulled on you drill.
Yeah, I can't argue with that, man. But you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, how many people is really, you know what I mean, trained in weapons? You know what I'm saying? How many people trained in pistol, shotgun, you know what I mean, Armalite? You know what I mean? Ain't nobody.
That's where the opportunity is. You exactly right. And here's the thing too. Just like when people see fights in the hood, my mentality, when I see a fight in the hood or a fight about to pop off, I get away. You know why? Because I've seen people get shot in fights that weren't even involved in a fight. I see a dude get stolen on, another dude get stolen on,
sure.
Then I see a gun come out and niggas get to busting. That's what I'm used to. Now in today's world, fight jump off, first thing everybody do is grab their phone instead of their gun.
Yeah.
That's the mentality and the training that you have from your environment. We see somebody arguing, we get our phones out first.
Get your
I'm
phone
the complete
out.
opposite. I get my gun, then I grab my phone.
Yeah.
I saw 2 niggas arguing in a Walmart about 5 years ago, and they got to arguing and they got to pushing each other. I unholstered my gun and then I called 911 and said, "Hey, there's 2 guys, a Mexican guy and a white guy, fighting in a Walmart over on such and such. You need to get over here and have somebody come over here right now."
Yeah, and another thing, you know, I mean, I was thinking, man, this shit is classic, man. You know what I mean? All these motherfuckers needed was a Confederate flag flying from the back of their fucking truck.
But that's the optics of it. That's the optics of it. I said that yesterday. The only thing that look, the way that it looked, you got your classic dude on the back of the flatbed of the pickup, basically on top of the cab, essentially. His son is driving, and he got their buddy in the other car behind them. Right, and they going to find this dude to question him because people been getting their stuff broken too.
Two white man, truck, gun, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, too, what I was saying is that shit's fucked up. Because if they didn't see that man breaking in or commit no fucking crime, man, follow the dude and call the fucking police, man. You know what I mean? You didn't see this man breaking you didn't see him breaking no law.
That's exactly
these motherfuckers, man.
They went too far because they weren't law enforcement officers. They weren't trained. They didn't know how to stop somebody. They didn't even have the sense to say, well, if we gonna both stop her, we should both get out the car in case we do gotta arrest this dude if we did see him do something. They weren't in position to do any of that. The point is this: had he survived or had he had a gun, Ahmaud would have been in the right 1,000%.
1,000%.
2 dudes with guns try to stop
%.
me and try to question me, and I'm trying to leave, and they stop me. I shot them both dead. Well, you're right.
Shot them both fucking dead, right on the fucking spot. And that's why I say Friday. And that's why I say Friday, motherfucking ass. I don't think they fucking intentionally killed that boy on purpose or was going out. Oh, you know what I mean, looking for somebody to kill. No, I don't think that. But I do think, you know what I mean, when they seen a nigga, them antennas went up. You know what I'm saying? And when them motherfucking antennas went up, that adrenaline went up too. You know what I'm saying? And they just locked in. They locked in like a homing missile and just got on his ass. And shit got and they wasn't expecting.
In their mind, they think, get
him like a pit, like a red-nosed pit. Get him, boy.
To get him. And the only thing that's gonna turn off that get him get him is when somebody put a pistol on you and they got you.
Goddamn right, because a two-way shooting range don't last a long time.
Don't nobody exactly. Don't nobody.
Trust me.
And I keep telling people this. Don't nobody want to be in a gunfight.
Goddamn right.
And the only way, and people try to say, well, you don't know what he could have did. What? I hear you, but don't nobody want to be in a gunfight. They don't. I don't want to be in a gunfight.
Nah,
I just don't.
Not at all.
Because my life is on the line. And when your life is on the line and this person's life is on the line, you know what develops? Mutual respect. Now, if you gotta have someone that's just hell-bent on taking you out because he got beef with you, totally different. But two people
gotta do what you gotta do then.
And they both got guns, they are cordial and they are respectful of each other's lives because they both have the power to take each other's lives. That's it. Go ahead with your last word.
Man, my last word is fuck them crackers. Fry them.
God damn. All right, thank you. Oh, man. Mikey the Rebel. Mikey the Rebel, you on the air. Good, sir.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. Go ahead. You got the floor.
I wish your kids die by a cracker, you piece of shit. Now have fun, and all you sellout Negroes will see tomorrow what video is dropping. You can laugh, police, man. You get a kick out of killing black people, laughing at innocent people. I hope that tranny fuck you up the ass. I pray your kids die too. I pray all the people on your platform kids die too. God will get revenge against all you sellouts. You sellouts deserve death first. The fact that you black people even making this debatable, suck a dick, you faggot. Now I'm clicking off before you click me out. You self-righteous. Shut the fuck up, fake ass Tommy. Shut your sellout ass up. I wish death upon your kids, and I would celebrate your faggot ass. You are an effeminate brother, and you sound like it. Go fuck a dick up the ass, you big ass nigga. No, this is I Smoke Hip Hop Live. I'm going in exposing your ass today.
I ask you a question?
50,000. No, you can't.
Can I ask you a question, please?
I want you to die.
Can
you
I
sell
please
out.
ask a question?
To get rid of you sell out coons and see you black people.
Ask a question? Can I please?
And all you dumbass niggas who hate the world.
Can
so
I
you come
please
here
ask you a question?
You laughed at
Smoke.
that nigga
Can
that
I
got
please
killed.
ask you a question, Smoke?
You laughed at
Can
that
I
black man. Shut the fuck
Smoke,
up.
please. Can I ask you a question, Smoke? Please.
You get a
Smoke.
kick. Your wife
Please,
needs to
Smoke.
fucking leave you
Smoke.
now.
Can
Your
I
kids
please
need
ask
to
you a
be the
question,
coward that
Smoke?
you are.
Smoke,
Crazy.
please. Can I ask you a question, Smoke?
No,
Smoke.
I want you
Can
to
I
die,
ask you a
nigga.
question?
We
Please,
get in a
Smoke.
conversation, nigga.
Smoke,
You
please.
are a coward.
Please,
You
Smoke.
laugh
Can I ask a
at
question,
man.
Smoke?
You are a
Smoke,
fucking
please.
coward.
Please,
Devil
Smoke. Can I
part
ask a question?
shit.
Smoke,
Don't say all
please. Can I ask a question,
you
Smoke?
can't
Smoke,
talk to me.
please. Can I ask a question,
Emotional.
Smoke?
I'm
Smoke,
behaving
please.
just
Can
like
I ask
you.
a
No.
question, Smoke?
No, you can't
Smoke,
ask me no
please. Can I
question.
ask a
I'ma
question?
keep doing this.
Smoke,
You kick me off.
please. Can I ask a question, Smoke?
Everybody in your
Smoke,
fucking
please.
chat,
Can I
bro.
ask a question,
You guys
Smoke?
are sellouts,
Smoke,
too.
please.
I'm
Can I
not
ask a
fucking
question,
cool.
Smoke?
I'm not a
Smoke,
black
please.
righteous.
Can I
You're
ask a
a
question,
black
Smoke?
Republican.
Smoke,
I'm an
please. Can I
army
ask a
veteran.
question,
This is
Smoke?
disgusting.
Smoke,
You
please.
trying
Can
to
I
get
ask a
to make
question,
that
Smoke?
dude look guilty.
Smoke,
This
please.
is
Can I ask a
disgusting, man.
question,
I'm
Smoke?
trying for that black
Smoke,
man.
please.
See,
Can I
many
ask
of
the
you black
question,
people
Smoke?
up in here,
Smoke,
you niggas
please. Can I ask the
man.
question, Smoke?
I'm the
Smoke,
crazy one, but you
please. Can
niggas
I
are
ask the
laughing at a
question,
black man
Smoke?
being murdered.
Smoke,
You
please.
trying
Can
to
I
say
ask the
it's
question,
fault?
Smoke?
I no
Smoke,
questions
please.
from
Can
you,
I
nigga.
ask the
Bring your
question,
wife on
Smoke?
this shit.
Smoke,
Let me ask your
please.
wife
Can
a
I ask the
question,
question,
nigga.
Smoke?
Let me ask your
Smoke,
mother a
please.
question,
Can I
nigga.
ask the
Let me
question,
ask your
Smoke?
bitch.
Smoke, please. Can I ask the
No,
question, Smoke?
to
Smoke,
me.
please.
You
Can
can't
I
talk
ask the
coward.
question?
You're a
Smoke,
coward.
please. Can I ask the
You're a
question?
coward.
Can I
A coward.
please ask a question? Please.
You're a coward.
Smoke, I let
You're
you
a
talk
coward.
all this time and I
Get
can't
the
ask a
fuck out of here,
question.
Nick.
You keep saying the same thing. This motherfucker's crazy, man. You're crazy, man. You're crazy. This to me. I hear what the fuck you was saying. Man, do you hear these motherfuckers, man? That motherfucker just kept going and kept going and kept going. God damn. Jesus Christ, man. I'm just a little old YouTuber. Why you want to mess with me, man? Why won't you leave me alone? I'm just a little old YouTuber, man. It's what, 20 people watching? Why you bothering me? Jesus Christ, man. I'm not trying to cause no trouble. I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't know what you come to do. I don't know what you come to do. I'm just here, man, just giving my opinion, my point of view. I'm just talking about things on how I see them. That's it. That's all I'm trying to do. Hey, you know what? Here's my thing. So Ashley is back and he wants to talk. My only problem, and I would let you back on, Ashley, but my only problem is this. You cannot reason with logic and you just want to just run your mouth. And I'm not going to do that. Unfortunately for you, I Smoke Hip Hop has taken up all of the fuckery time for this evening. So I apologize, but I'm not going to go in circles and argue a moot point. I'm not going to do it. So I apologize, but hey, you're more than welcome to just listen to the show. I'm going to move on next to the next person. Huggy, you come on in and make it real quick, man, and I'm going to get on up out of here. Hold tight. Let me go ahead and put this back up. Go ahead, Huggy. What's up, man? Real quick.
Man, look, this the problem we got with black people. All they want to do is argue with people online, but they don't want to get out on these streets and do something. Oh, my bad. Let me put my computer screen on mute. Sorry about that. Yep. They don't want to do nothing in real life, but they expect us to do something in real life. So my problem with the guy that just called, it's the same dude from earlier with a different account. So at 1:22 Central, 2:22 Eastern, no matter what time you at, you ain't got nothing better to do.
Exactly. That lets
like
me
I
know.
think you need to be getting on a plane to go to Georgia. It's cheap to catch flights. You know what I'm saying? You probably live out there. Like, do y'all even know where this dude live at?
Exactly, man. That's my point. It's
Yo,
like
get your
for
feet on the
somebody
ground.
for somebody to take that much time and energy to troll me, I don't understand it. And it's like you got people like even with Tommy, people troll Tommy, but Tommy's a fucking celebrity, one of the biggest YouTubers of all time. So I get the stardom fact, I get the whole celebrity fact. You're getting close to talk to a celebrity. I get that. I ain't shit. I'm a nobody. Don't nobody know me. Don't
Now you know how they do.
nobody
Anybody
know
connected
me.
to Tommy, they got a problem with them
I
too.
have
Like,
no people. I don't have a
yeah,
nation.
and just because we cool with Tommy, look, shit, everything
like,
me and Tommy we don't connect on the same thing.
They don't know that at all, man. These people are literally just looking. I'm telling you, they're literally just looking for something to do. And
And the thing about it, they could come to you and you can have a logical discussion.
You can have a
even if y'all,
say
yeah,
what
they
you
don't even
want
want to do that.
Yes.
They like cool troll, bitch. I'll be like, is that productive?
They don't. And that dude,
yeah, that's not proving the point. You basically making us look bad.
He wants to kill me, my kids, everybody that's watching. Everybody that's watching, kids, all the people that's in the
not George and Travis. They don't need to die. They don't need to get raped by a tranny. Not them. You do.
Approximately 200 something people. To what end and for what reason, sir? He has none. He has none. I mean, and here's the thing. Those type of people have no life. They literally have nothing but the internet.
Nothing.
That's all they have. And that's one of the reasons why, if you notice with all of this COVID-19 stuff that took place, you know, one of the first things that the government assured us that would not fail? Internet connectivity. That was one of the first things they said, is that your internet will not be turned off even if you can't pay your bill. Because they know that this is the new thing that everybody is hooked on. We have to be on the internet. American society, listen to me when I tell y'all this, as crazy as it may sound, this is our ultimate New Jack City drug. You talk about crack, meth, opioids, all of that shit you want to talk about. This is our newest addiction. This is what we are truly slaves to.
This is the Carter.
Yes.
Indeed.
The likes, the lives, the lies, the broadcast, the back and forth, the information, the clicks, the TikToks, the Instagrams, the Twitters. This is our new master. This is our new drug. People are so addicted to this thing to where it has true control over who we are as a society. Let the internet go down in the United States for 24 hours. Let it go down.
And we quarantine
for a
too?
weekend.
Man, we'll kill each other.
Let it go down for a week.
In the house.
Exactly. We can survive. Let me tell you something. We had power go out in my neighborhood. We had a pole that went down, and the pole went down, but it took down 2 other poles. So we had 3 poles down. So there was literally no power. They had to actually come out, and they had to actually drill 1 new pole, and then they had, all 3 poles, they had to re-drill them. They had to put new poles in and new transformers. Took them 7 days to do it. On God is my witness. By like day number 5, people were tripping in the neighborhood. We talking about maybe about a 6-block radius. Niggas was outside, bitching. Man, when these motherfuckers gonna get the power back on, man? These motherfuckers bullshitting. They only doing this shit because we black, man. They do niggas like this. Man, these motherfuckers need to get this shit. 5 days. And niggas was ready to lose it.
Can
Took
you
them
imagine
7.
5 months?
Put that shit in exactly. Take that to a 20-block radius or a 2-mile radius and see what happens with crime. See what happens with violence. See what happens with, it gets to a point to where when you ain't got no TV, you ain't got no internet, you don't know how to go outside and chill. We, at my house, me and my brother and some of my homies, we was cool. I went over to my mama's house to take a shower or whatever and to get myself cleaned up, went to work, came back home, no power. We cooked outside every day. We chilled. Charged up my battery power speaker at my job and all that. We was good. Niggas was losing their minds. I was like, boy, I'm so glad we got guns. But it is what it is, man. I appreciate the call back, Huggy.
Hey, before we go, man. So now that we got it understood that everybody's inside, you notice that the service never went bad, the internet ain't never clicked off, you ain't never had no drop signals. So don't let them motherfuckers tell you, hey, we having problems with outages because you ain't having when we was all quarantined. That's all I want to say before I get up out of
Yep.
here. For sure.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you,
anytime,
man.
bro.
Yes, indeed. Boy, I tell you, man, these people are something else. It's amazing to see. And I can tell you this. I can tell you why I'm glad. Because if I got this much drama and I got this much beef and I got this much animosity just because of what I'm saying, I know I'm doing something right. I know I'm doing something right. When you got this much just instant hate where people want to kill me, my viewers, my people in my chat, and all our kids, that means we own to something. That means we're doing something right. That's all I gotta say about that. We're doing something right. It's amazing to see the hate that you get with just the words that you say. The words that you say. That's it. It's amazing to see it. Ashley, I'm telling you, bro, I would, but I can't let you. I can't tonight. Next time, no problem at all. But I've had enough of it tonight. It's 1:30. I've given you the chance. I know, and I don't think you would be rude. Honestly, I don't think you would be rude. But there's a thing that I understand about just human nature and people, and just from the baseline I tried to establish, I know that it would be a lot of work to try to do that again. And I would probably be on the phone another 30 or 40 minutes, or we would just wind up hanging up on each other. And I don't want to do that. So there always going to be plenty of other times. Definitely be another opportunity for you to speak. Like I said, I ain't got no ill will towards you. I really don't. It is what it is. And hey, I hope that next time when I do open up the lines, you want to have a conversation, I'm more than willing to have a conversation. But I don't want to do the back and forth where we're over talking each other and nobody gets anything resolved. So that's the only reason why. So you know that's the only reason why I'm not gonna let it go on again tonight, because I've been going already for almost 2.5 hours, and I want to kind of keep it in that time frame. Okay, I really tried to just do 2 hours, but I'm already 20 minutes over that. So next time when I open up the lines, you're more than welcome to come over and to speak. I smoke hip hop. You can't let me speak, so I won't let you speak on my platform. So sayonara, good sir. I gave you not one, but 2 opportunities. There's no point in pursuing a third. So it is what it is. But to everybody else, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being a part of the show. Thank you for coming over, and y'all could have been anywhere in the world tonight, and y'all chose to be here with me, and I appreciate that. I want to say thank you to everybody that donated on the Cash App. Let me go ahead and give y'all a shout out, because I really do appreciate it. Shout out to my man, Brass Man Taker. Hit your boy off with $12. I appreciate it, man. Yes, sir. Every dollar, every penny, it counts. It makes a difference. My man, Truth Talker Teacher. Hit your boy off with $5. He said, for a great show. Georgia Bureau of Investigations has more info now. Yes, I hope I tried to cover it. I'm sure there's going to be more in the weeks to come about this. I imagine that those guys will probably make bail probably tomorrow, because they probably locked them up today so that they can be in court tomorrow, and then they'll probably be home by Friday evening. They'll probably have them out of there, because I'm sure that dude they got money to get bailed out. It's probably their first offense, so there will not be a high bail. So brace yourselves for it already. It ain't gonna be no high ass bail. Don't y'all think that they gonna get no $100,000 bail? It ain't gonna happen. They first time offenders, so it ain't gonna go down. So let's see. Let me go ahead and give a shout out to, let's see who donated. Hit my activity. Shout out to my man. Let's see. Oh, this was Sinead. I don't know if I shouted her out last night, but Sinead donated to me, hit me with $10. That's what's up. Also, let's see. Saw you from my favorite. Wait, saw you from my fave man, DJ. Oh, DJ Just J. Excited to hear your show. Thank you so much, Kayla. I appreciate your donation. That's what's up. Kayla Peterson hit your boy off with $20. That's what's up. Hope you enjoyed the show. I hope I delivered. And I really do. I hope I did. Thank you so much. Also, my man Stacy hit your boy off with $5. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate your donation. And the caller of the night, Mr. Dana Robinson. Hey, man, thanks for letting me on. No, thank you, sir. It was my pleasure. Wonderful show. Hit your boy off with $5 as well. Thank you, sir. And my man I ain't seen in a while, my man D Rivas. He says, hey, Brian, this your boy D from the OKC 405. Missed your live on the Ahmaud Arbery shooting, but I'm definitely going to watch it. I lost my shit when you were talking like the Nigerian ladies. Can you please help me record? I don't know how to use this phone, but can you please help me record? Shoot me an email, man, and tell me what kind of phone you got, and I'll tell you if you can do it then or not anyway. But thanks, man. Yes, sir. I definitely got to give it up to my man Dana Robinson, man. He had me literally fucking dying. I think I'm going to try to cut that little part out and just put that call out, because that shit was outstanding. But to everybody else, thank y'all so much. I love y'all. I hope that this video helps somebody become a better version of themselves. And let me say this again. This video is not, and why I'm critiquing this and talking about this, I am not doing it for the sake of Ahmaud. I am not doing it for the sake of Ahmaud's family. I'm not doing it for the sake of Ahmaud's friends. I'm not doing this for that. I'm critiquing and breaking down this video for one purpose and one purpose only. So that some other young man, some other young black boy will watch this and learn the lesson that Ahmaud taught us. That's why I'm doing this. I don't want to see another one shot down like Ahmaud. Sydney Robinson hit your boy off with $20. Thanks for the show. I enjoyed it. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. But I don't want another Ahmaud. So if I got to talk about this and be frank, if I got to talk about this and be loud, if I got to talk about this and be funny, whatever the case may be, whatever it takes, I want to hit it on all chords so that this won't happen again. That's why I don't want this to happen. Or if something does like this occur again, that the next Ahmaud is here to tell his side of the story. The next Ahmaud was able to return fire. The next Ahmaud shot first. That's why I'm doing this. So this ain't about if these guys, if the McMichaels were right or wrong. DJ Matt, thank you. Hit me up with another $20. Thank you, sir. Next time, send it to the Cash App or to the PayPal, Doc. I appreciate you, though. But I am not doing this to try to say that I'm trying to defend these white folks. I'm not doing this so that because it was wrong and this is so Ahmaud can get justice. I'm not doing this for that. I'm just not. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to try to justify this shooting one way or the other. All I'm doing is calling out the facts, calling out the possibilities, and calling out the solution to avoid this from happening again. Because I'm telling you right now, out of all my years I've been here, it's going to keep happening until we change this. It's going to keep going down like this until we start doing something different. It's like a famous philosopher of ours always said, if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. Start with the man in the mirror. That's who you ask to make a change. Not the system, not the white man, not the lawyers, not the prosecutors, not the judge, not the pastor, not the deacons, not everybody else. Start with yourself. That's it, and that's all. Hey, y'all have a good night. I love y'all. Till next time, till we meet again. I'll be back. I think I'm doing a show tomorrow. I got some things to do, but I believe I have time to do it. Hey, Ashley, bro, if you don't want to subscribe, that's okay. I'm not here for you to subscribe. It's all right. It's fine. It's okay. You had your opportunity to speak, and it didn't go the best way it could have went, but you still had your opportunity. You can try it again. You live to play the game another day. Like they said in Waterboy. You live to play another day. All right? All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay safe. I love y'all. Shout out to Soto Nation. Shout out to all of my mods. And last but definitely not fucking least, shout out to my homeboy, Tommy Sotomayor. I love y'all, Soto Nation. Peace. And I'm out. Hey, hey. That's right. Here I am.